Hey guys, this is a big moment for me and I'd like to share this with you. So now, to make it official, I present to you the Tonight Show marquee. Here we go. Let's light it up, boys. 3, 2, 1. Let's start the show.
I say, how you doing today? How you doing today? Y'all already know, man. It is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, the best film writer and director, St. Louis Facts, award-winning published author, actor, journalist, actor, business owner, dominator, Hollywood music artist, #1 bestseller. Lacey G. Souldier Turner. Y'all already know this is a Sister the Conversation podcast. We are live right now. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. We on YouTube. So if you do not catch us today, you can catch us tomorrow on wherever you listen to your podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, Pornhub. Anybody check and see if we was on Pornhub? That is fun. Yeah, I already know I gotta play with y'all. So we about to have another crazy show today. A lot of stuff to talk about. But first up, we got radio personality in the house, Ms. Busy Boss.
Happy Monday, everybody. Let's have a great show. That part.
All right. And then we got the person who got less subscribers than me on YouTube. We got Miss Opinionated Sis Tara Michelle up in this.
Who? Me? Nah, I don't think so. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Sorry I missed last week. I missed you all. So let's just get into it.
All right. And then we got the person who always got the backstory. We got backstory Ricky up in the building. And she can't tell y'all no story now because we don't know where she Then we got, y'all already know, you can't say his name without putting the 3 in it. We got Tone Bone up in this one.
What's poppin'?
Not his OnlyFans intro.
What's poppin' tonight?
OnlyFans. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Girl,
And
this
then
is
we
priceless.
we got my boy, you can't spell low without putting the Louis in it. We got Louis up in the building.
What it do, man? It's Gateway Louis. Let's have a good show. Let's get it cracking.
All right, at the first topic, man, we not finna talk about the game. But we finna talk about Kendrick Lamar and the halftime performance, education versus entertainment. A lot of people in the uproar. A lot of people thought it was boring. They hated it. A lot of people said, yeah, just dumb and everything. Yeah, I just want to be entertained instead of getting educated. We finna get everybody thoughts on her. Tara, go ahead and break it up.
Listen, the reason we are in the predicament we are in this country, the reason that Black people are in the predicament we are without being able to unify is because we spend too much time wanting to be entertained. We don't want to learn. We don't want to elevate. We don't want to unify. We want to always have some kind of circus around us. So for those people who didn't understand any of the messaging, I mean, I expected that. He did what he came to do. If you wanted a concert, you should have been watching Lil Wayne in Illinois or wherever he was doing whatever he was doing. Kendrick came with a message for us, and that's just the beginning.
What was the message?
So,
Hold on.
Which part?
What was his overall message? I just want to know. I'm not saying it was whack or anything. I just want to know, what do you believe his message is? Like, truly, I just want to know what you think his message is.
He had a lot of messages in there.
Exactly. But for Kendrick, the whole thing is it's about the culture. Kendrick's message is it's about the culture. It's about us. It's about our authenticity. It's not about the media. It's not about the machine. It's not about plants. It's not about anything but us. We don't make the money. We don't have the ownership, but we are the creativity. And then the list goes on from there. You can read so much into everything that he's doing. But ultimately, it's about us, the people, the culture versus the media.
All right, Stacey, what do you think about the halftime show, the entertainment versus education?
I definitely think it was entertaining. It was all over the place, but I loved it. I mean, for the ones that got the message, and hey, it is what it is. I think it was cool. I mean, it was unlike any other one, but I really enjoyed it. That part. For real.
And that's the beauty, Stacey, because you're right. It was both. It was entertaining, but there was a message.
Yeah.
All right,
I want to
Louis.
know what they wanted him to do. Rip off his shirt, twerk. What did they want him to do?
Pretty much.
Go
Maybe.
ahead, go ahead, Louis.
I'm probably the only person in the world that probably didn't watch it. I had some other things going on, but I did hear about the halftime show with Kendrick, and I heard like I heard he was basically um, just like removing the veil that everybody know that exists, and basically putting it on the forefront and televising what everybody of our culture think and feel. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, and I'm gonna go back and watch it, but if that was the case, I would say that's a W. That's a win because, it's a lot of bubblegum rap going on around here where people just like it's a fad, and to have somebody to kind of like find their own lane and like stand in it with truth, that's entertaining in itself for me. So if he did execute the way that people were saying it, I heard a lot of good things. I ain't pretty much nothing too much bad. So I give him a salute.
All right, Tone Bone.
Um, I don't know about no symbolism or none of that shit. I don't even know about no motherfucking message outside of that was the best fucking third round in battle rap history. Like that nigga performed all his diss songs at the Super Bowl. That's fucking crazy, bro. That nigga the GOAT. Like straight the fuck up. Like this nigga performed all his diss tracks. This nigga straight diss Drake. This nigga straight diss Drake.
On the biggest stage.
Like for real. Like dead ass. I'm talking about smiled in the camera and say, hey Drake, I heard you
When you
like him
like them
young.
young. Yeah.
Like, bro. Like I understand, like he say this for the culture and influence on my mama, but everything he said was a chip at what he been talking about with about Drake, this whole Drake thing, and it's like that was like the goddamn even like when the women like he like I want to do their favorite song, but niggas like to sue,
Yep.
and it's like
Yep.
like bruh, he's a fucking genius, and
Most
as he
definitely.
like he capitalized off that moment. And like the shit that Drake be doing to motherfuckers, like with the back to back shit, and even when Nicki Minaj did the shit it on it with Lil Kim, like they make motherfuckers sing along with this and when I'm dissing you, but it's a straight hit song. This nigga went to the fucking Super Bowl and called this nigga a pedophile in front of everybody.
And the entire stadium sang A minor. The entire
A minor, like
stadium.
bro.
It was
He's the fuck.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
He and I'm a Wayne. I fuck with Wayne. That's my dog. I feel like they definitely should have had. They, it is what it is. But that shit, as a person that indulges in battle rap, that shit was very fucking impressive. Like that shit. Like I'm talking about, like, bro. I watched the shit after, like, like on YouTube. I go back to what I'm like, bro. This is the shit. Like he straight every fucking dish. Like he ain't do the Meet the Gram shit, but like every other one, like you listen to what the fuck he rapping, bro. He talking to this nigga each time, and that shit leading up to each different shit. Hey, bro, that
And he
nigga
had
cold.
both his exes on there. Serena Crip walking and SZA singing, baby. It was everything
Man,
was
that
a
nigga
diss.
cold, bro.
Every part of it was a diss.
That
Every part.
nigga cold, bro. That was a
That
big
part.
that was a big fuck you to Drake, bro. That boy cold, bro.
All
Straight
right,
up.
man. So listen, man. Let me tell you, everybody who hated it, man. Everybody who hated it, come here, man. Let me talk to y'all. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Who raised these ninjas? Now look, man. This dude did a direct message going at the system. I love that he was talking about freedom. He had the people dressed up as the flags, and they like just the division up in this bug, man. I love how he had the thing looking like a controller with the game over, tell you to turn your TV off and all this type of stuff, like
Uncle
organized
Sam.
shit.
Come
Like,
on.
Man,
Uncle
he said
Sam.
turn his TV off talking about killing a nigga.
listen, man. it had multiple meanings, man. He was saying, organize your night. Stop being fooled by the images of the media and everything, man. He had so many messages in there, man. I super loved it. So let me tell y'all something, people. All the people who raised these niggas. So this is what y'all wanted to see right here. Is this what y'all wanted to see?
Hey, Mac, ladies and gentlemen, C5. Oh. Wayne time. Oh. Yeah. Zone. Let me see your shoulders work. I mean, I don't know what y'all came here to do, but hey, you ain't got a lighter. What the fuck you smoking for?
What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2. I got one plus one. Get the fuck though. See, I don't love bro. I'm aiming at your head like a buffalo. If you're a roughneck, and I'm a cutthroat, and you a tough guy, well that's enough joke. And then the sun died. The night is young though. The night still shine to the rough though. What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2. That a run go. It's a shit show. I put you front row.
Who raised you niggas up in
Wait a
this
minute though,
Hey,
because
first
that
of
was a
all,
bop. I was
Soldier,
definitely
That
over here
is,
kicking
first of
it.
all,
man, what I wanted to hear.
hold up,
Who
Soldier,
raised
Soldier,
you
bro,
niggas?
bro,
Who raised you niggas?
sir, so don't disrespect the
Who
guy like
raised you
that, bro.
niggas?
Hey, Wayne the GOAT, man.
Who
I
raised
fuck with
you
Kendrick, but
niggas?
Wayne the GOAT, man.
Hey,
This nigga ain't saying
hey,
this nigga said what the 5, 4, 3, 2. That's all. That's the whole nigga song up in
Hey,
the
So
song.
that
man,
one
first
go.
Who
of all,
raised
Hey,
you
bro,
niggas?
I love that
don't do
song.
that, bro.
I love
Who
that song.
raised you
Don't
niggas?
do that, bro.
Who
You know
raised
what? It's not
Hey,
you
even a choice over one or
ninjas?
the
don't
other.
do,
But Wayne doesn't have a message
don't do
right now
that, bro.
outside of being
I
a
just
dope
gave
thing.
I
Kendrick
do
Lamar
it
all
again,
props,
nigga.
bro.
I do it
I
again.
gave Lamar all props, but if that fucking lighter flick, if
don't
that
do it.
lighter flick
Don't
in
If
New
do
that
it.
lighter
Orleans,
flick
bro,
Kendrick
that
Don't
Lamar,
do it.
Mighty
motherfucker.
Lil Wayne too, nigga. What is you
Don't
All
do
that's
it.
talking
it.
about?
I
All
Lil
the
love
lighter
Wayne
fluid
with
do
Kendrick.
this
is
I
flick,
love
body.
bro.
Kendrick.
Lil Wayne
Lamar
with this
Kendrick
Kendrick
can get his
Lamar
body.
can't
career
fuck with
right
the lighter
now.
flick, bro.
Listen,
This nigga now finna be
listen.
on their side, nigga.
Kendrick
Don't
will
nobody want to hear
body
that shit,
Kendrick.
Sharice.
Lil Wayne ain't wanted
Nobody
with
want to be
Kendrick.
thinking
Look,
about
there
no
is a
fucking.
time for silly nigga music and there's a time for a message. You can like
And the Super
both.
Bowl is the time for silly nigga music because niggas is
No, it is
drunk,
not.
drinking, and getting high, having a good time. Nobody want to be focused
So
on what the fuck this
Was
dude
Prince
talk
doing
about.
silly?
But you need to.
Was
That's the
Prince doing
problem. You should
silly?
Girl, I
always
ain't
be
need to do
focused.
that shit when I
Okay,
need to do
stop.
that shit. I need to
Okay,
unwind when I
stop.
need to unwind. On a Sunday evening, I'm not trying to be. I just got the word that the month in the morning.
Who
You better
raised these
unwind right now
niggas?
because I don't know who you yelling at.
Straight
Hey,
up, bro. Y'all got
Teresa,
Wayne
hello,
fucked up,
wonderful
bro.
people.
That shit was
Roger
Hi.
said
crazy.
they built America on black people's back for nothing. That was one message with dancers making the flag. With he said bigger than rap. This is against the powers that be game. And he said it's bigger than rap. This against the powers that be. The rap revelation need to be televised. The rap
I think
revolution.
revolution needs to be
Revolution need to
televised.
He said you played the right time with the wrong guy, and this shit gonna be televised. He talking to Drake.
who raised this nigga?
He talking to Drake, bro. I'm telling you that whole
Drake is a
time.
colonizer.
Oh my mama, Drake is that rep. Drake is the face of whatever the fuck y'all talking about.
When they get done, when it's all said and done,
Go ahead,
that
Ricky.
nigga had on Levi's. Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
Everybody with these
See,
501
all
is
wanna be
here we
501
deep
is
go.
the
ass.
shit. You
Look at
tripping?
them. Look at them. They
Yeah,
ready to
go
get
look up the
roasted.
meaning of them with
Who
they
raised
wanna be
it?
woke asses. This shit be fucking me up. They be like, oh my god, they had Serena, his ex. Serena married to a white man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. He ain't
She
saving
was
her
crip
from
walking
What,
like
shit.
a
Aubrey White?
motherfucker too.
Listen,
She
I'm
was crip
saying
walking
it.
like a motherfucker
Motherfuckers
too,
like
God.
motherfuckers out here talking about Serena, a whole married woman. That nigga don't give a fuck about that no more.
Shit. Drake be
She ain't
crying.
giving a fuck about him. Like, I don't understand why people be trying. Y'all be reaching so hard with this wanna be woke shit. It be
Listen,
fucking me the fuck up. Everybody's
Yeah,
so
that
woke,
nigga
but ain't
had
doing
black
shit
and
in the
white people
community.
on there.
They so fucking woke though.
I do
Motherfuckers
everything.
out there talking about them the outfits the Tuskegee Airmen wore. They damn motherfuckers went out there in no goddamn bomber jackets. Shut y'all stupid asses
That's
up.
hella fucking funny.
Like y'all just be
Who
saying
said
any
that?
fucking thing.
I don't know
Like
who
just
said
be
that.
saying any fucking thing and
Hey,
sound.
look.
Hey, look, y'all want to be so woke and
Hey,
so
go.
slick.
Hey, piggybacking off what Ricky's saying, right? Because I would agree. Because like, if you pay attention to Kendrick Lamar and when Mustard came out there, just any rappers, period, they wear these big ass chains, right? Wearing chains is symbolic to the chains and shit that they used to put on us when they were slaves. They used to put gold and shit around our neck to sell us off and to make us more impressionable. Now we just put this shit on ourselves and put it in our mouths. But this is the same thing that they did to our ancestors to sell them for more money. So ultimately, now we've bought so much into what's going on that we do it to ourselves and they sit back and look at us.
I believe his chain was symbolic too. That A minor, that lowercase a,
Yeah,
that was
I don't
also
give a damn. I
continuing to
don't give
play
a
that
damn
was
onto
about
that.
none of it. What I'm saying
definitely.
is all of them is controlled by the same thing.
All I'm saying is they be talking all of this wanna be woke shit. They like, y'all gotta stop doing this, but still dealing with the same motherfuckers who
Yeah.
controlling the shit. The shit is fucking stupid. Like everybody's so woke and so sleep at the same fucking time.
Right.
Kendrick Lamar went out there and did what every other nigga and every other white motherfucker went out there and did. Performed just like they wanted him to. He
Shucking and
did the
jiving.
exact same fucking
Sucking and
thing.
fucking jiving.
Who
The
raised
He
exact
took
who?
the he
same.
took the biggest stage to put that message on there, and I
Fuck
don't
that
think we should
shit.
tear him
And
Hey,
apart. That's
Hey,
the
first of
problem
all,
with the
hey,
I'm
black
not
community.
tearing
that's
any.
You
great. That's the
always have
problem.
somebody
That's
that
hey,
want to
great.
come and give the
That's
Tara,
great.
your
negative instead
opinion
of
is
standing
your opinion.
unified.
Your
Talk that
opinion is
shit,
hey,
your
girl.
opinion. All
Talk
I'm
that
saying
shit.
is, for my opinion, all of
Who
this shit
raised
was a
these
bunch
shit?
of McBull. Because everybody want to be so woke until it's time to actually be fucking woke. The shit is fucking crazy to me. Everybody want to pick and choose when they fucking woke. The shit is sickening.
all I'm
Motherfuckers
saying
ain't did
is,
shit in the community. Ain't went out there and picked out not one piece of trash, no shit. But y'all woke. Get y'all woke fake asses off
Except
somewhere.
me.
This shit is fucking crazy.
I
hey,
don't care
hey,
if 1% of them, 2% of them learn something from this. As long as we keep teaching
Facts.
and we
Talk that
keep
shit.
opening those minds so that we can get
Education.
better, the
Educate these
revolution
people.
it has to come.
That part right there.
the
All right, yeah, let me
revolution
go to this
must be
next
I
topic.
love
televised.
everybody out here like we gonna keep teaching and ain't did shit.
The
I got I
revolution
got
must be
receipts.
televised.
All right, let's go to this next topic though. All right, yeah. So which one of these people deserves this to sit in this chair more?
What?
Tone Bone. Who
Didn't we
deserves
do
to
this
sit in this
before?
seat? Nope, we never did this.
Oh
Who
Lord
deserves the
Jesus.
seat?
Yeah.
Well, one of them is automatically kicked out because he ain't like the other.
Now that's just fucked up.
They gonna start quoting the Bible in a minute.
Hey, look. First of all, that any first of all, any man is secondary.
Most definitely.
Uh, I mean, I would say the
It's the
pregnant lady
woman.
because
It's
she
the
got
woman that's pregnant with the baby who deserves the seat.
yeah, the woman that's pregnant, not the oh yeah, the woman that's pregnant. Uh, her body's going through things that she can't control. I understand the nigga leg broke, but he can lean on something.
He
The
got
old
crutches.
man can lean on
Oh my
something.
God.
And that lady, first of all, the lady that's breastfeeding, you shouldn't even be breastfeeding in public anyway. To
Yes, you
where,
should breastfeed wherever your child is hungry. Thanks so much.
man, no, that just pop
She
a
does
titty
need a
out.
blanket though.
No,
We shouldn't be able to see that. She need a blanket over the baby and her
You
boob. But
shouldn't be
yes, you
looking
breastfeed wherever
wherever the
your
fuck
baby
my
hungry.
baby
hey,
hungry at. That's what my baby eating.
you know, they make breast pumps. And you can pump that shit. You ain't gotta
And
pull
you
the
know that
titty
they
out.
make a motherfucking titty
If
for
you
me to
are at
suck
a
that.
restaurant and your baby's hungry, you feed your child. Thank you so much.
Man, you better
Yeah.
take a fucking bottle,
Hold
bro.
on, hold on. Let me read these comments. Rodney said Ricky is tripping today. Are you cool? Uh, Teresa said he tried to put out a message. Either you received it or you didn't. Hopefully, those who did are educating those who didn't understand. I like that.
I ain't understand nothing.
Rodney said, all right. All right, Tom. So you said D. What about you, Louis?
He said D as well.
I said D. Yeah.
Stacy?
I'm gonna say the dude with the broken leg, man. Okay, I understand the lady pregnant. I don't know how far along she is, but dude looked like he about to fall back down or something. You know what I'm talking about?
He need to sit
So
down on the
how
ground
long
then.
is the program, or how long we got? Because I think he needs to be sitting down. They can take turns. Hell, I don't know. I truly think he looks like he's about to fall down again. And hey, she look alright. I mean, I don't know.
Man,
B
that's
and
hella
D
funny.
shit. They can take turns. 10 minutes
That dude
each.
look like he finna fall.
All right, Tara.
I actually agree with Stacy. Listen, when you just have a baby and you are breastfeeding, standing up helps more to alleviate the cramping. So she shouldn't be sitting down. That ain't a good move. Old dude got a cane, and like I said with my first response about him, the pregnant girl, she ain't pushed the baby out yet. You good.
Right.
Stand and walk. Make sure you can have a good,
Her
quick
foot may
delivery.
be swole.
This dude leg is broke. He look miserable. Them freaking things you put up under your arms, what you crutches, them
They
damn things are
hurt.
so
Hurtful.
uncomfortable. Yes,
Yeah.
let that black man sit down, please. Thank you.
Yes, Rodney said D, and Teresa said B. All right,
Absolutely. B.
Ricky,
It
Ricky.
depends on who got there first.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because neither one of them should get
Listen,
I
that
just
shit
I
hate
need
together.
to
it.
know the content and what they doing. First off, I need to know if it's gonna be a brawl. Cause if it's gonna be a brawl, then I'm gonna go with A need to cheer more. Uh, cause B and D got, I mean B and C got weapons. D they most people don't hit pregnant women, so she cool. I need to know what's going on, like for real. Like,
It's a whole school
are they playing
program going on.
musical chairs? Like, what are we doing here? Why is it four people in one chair? Like the math ain't math. Like, I'm trying to understand. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm still sick with pneumonia, and I'm trying here.
Oh
I
Lord.
She
would
got
definitely say,
ammonia.
I would definitely say B too. I mean,
But I'm gonna go with B because dude, his face messed up, his leg messed up, nigga. I almost broke
First
my
of all,
face
if he,
on crutches.
if he that
He
fucked
he
up, he
been
need
in
to be
a
in the
whole
house.
car accident.
Right? You don't know what's wrong with him. Anything could happen to him.
He need
But
to be in the house.
yeah, I'm gonna go with motherfucking B. My answer
all
B.
right,
Final answer for 500.
all right, we got another photo. Okay, which father would best handle the kids of this generation?
James,
Without question, James.
Yes. That part.
It,
Without
Louis,
The
question.
do you
hell,
agree,
Yeah,
James.
Louis?
I think we all gonna say James.
Okay, Jay,
Yeah.
definitely, James, put that fire up under that.
damn right.
I'm
But
gonna
that,
say none of them because these kids shoot back now. They be beating their
he is
dad
from
up.
the
Shit.
projects, nigga.
Yeah, that nigga from Chicago.
Can't
He
none of
most
these
definitely got.
motherfuckers
He
handle
most
these
definitely know how to
kids.
deal with him.
Oh my God.
That nigga, they was definitely the good times were based in the projects.
Yeah,
Right.
Them
Teresa
kids
said
know
James.
what's what.
Absolutely, James.
Most people gonna say James, but man, the way
Cliff,
that them kids will draw that nigga a hairline and some motion, yeah, I ain't none of them.
Cliff
It
and
looked like
Phil
they
got too much
already
paper.
drove his hairline.
And
That's the
that,
point. That's my
Y'all a
point.
mess.
He ain't gonna make
Y'all
it.
a
Listen, we
mess.
talking about a daddy from back then and a kid now. That shit ain't gonna mix.
Call,
He,
call.
he the closest one. James the closest one because these other three getting now Uncle Phil, you get him mad enough, he body slam you.
Man,
He gave
Clara
up.
said James,
that
and
nigga is
Nene
Phil
a
got
said
the
James
judge.
money.
too. Everybody said James, even the police.
Everybody.
That nigga
Phil,
Uncle
look,
Phil
Phil
is a
got the
judge. He
money,
ain't
so
got nothing going.
Phil might get through to him a little better because he got the money. James,
Man, them
I
niggas
don't
that
think.
what the they gonna rob him? If he was their daddy, they'd take his money. Him and Bill Cosby to get their monies taken
Right.
from these
Ain't
kids
nobody
these
listening to Bill
days.
Cosby today.
All right,
Straight up.
let me go to
They
this next.
definitely ain't listen to no damn police officer.
What else? Salute to my boy Chris Phillips. He told that. All right, here go to the next topic. A woman said, I got caught cheating on my man with this motherfucker, and my man left and refused to pay the rent this month. I went to the guy who I was messing around with and asked, could he loan me the money for my rent until I get my income taxes? The motherfucker really had the nerve to say, my financial struggle isn't his problem. This so messed up because I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for this broken man. I could have still had my man and my stability. The fact that I have to suffer because all I did was love another man is so unfair. It's sad that these men don't know how to be men anymore and aren't being there for us women during hard times. What is
Ooh,
your
can I
thoughts
go?
on this?
This bitch
Go
is
ahead,
crazy.
Mo. Go ahead.
Hey, check this out, bro.
This bitch is crazy.
Oh, hey, check this out.
Hey, for real, cause I seen this shit the other day. You know what I mean? Hey, check this out. That bitch need to grow up, like straight up. First of all, when you cheat or you do certain things, there are consequences to actions.
Yeah.
I've definitely understand that part. You hear me? So you have to be willing to like you get a motherfucker, you better make sure that motherfucker gonna die with you the same way they riding with you. Like straight the fuck up. Nah, people go out here and they fuck it. When you cheating, right? You taking all the good time that you have with your person and then you giving it to somebody else. So the shit that you actually doing is a false life because y'all motherfuckers just taking stealing like joy You motherfuckers ain't happy like that for real. So once you like eliminate what your actual relationship is, and then all you got is that motherfucker ain't they gonna show you. They gonna show you. A nigga gonna show you why you should have stayed with your man. A woman gonna show you why you should have been faithful to your woman. Like, like, like when you wind up with a motherfucker that's all on her dumb ass.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Like straight up. And then the thing is, that dude is not
Hey, wait.
obligated. He is
Chris
not
said he done
obligated to
cheated on someone, it seems.
man. Don't worry about my personal business, sir. The fuck? We talk about a damn question. I just say I feel it, sir. Pause. Now back to this dumbass lady. First of all, you shouldn't even be looking for no other person for stability. Like straight up, you should be able to be stable on your own outside of a relationship before you even get into one. You should be able to take care of yourself and do for yourself at bare minimum, to where you wouldn't even be in a situation where, oh, now this motherfucker won't give me a loan. I ain't loaning no bitch shit till they get their taxes. That's the motherfucking that's a lie. Well, that's a lie. You know what I mean? That's a lie. Like bitches be owing bitches that say give me this loan till I get my taxes. Imagine how many motherfuckers they told that to. Imagine how many motherfuckers they said that, because you ain't the only one. Goddamn. By the time they get here, all they owe 20,000 on a $10,000 income tax return.
Look, Chris said, yes, he has. He's supposed to, you can hear the trials and tribulations.
That's how Tone talk.
Yeah, this motherfucker definitely know what he's saying.
Tone, you done? Because I got a question.
What?
Where's the accountability? This woman literally just said, I'm in this situation. I'm in this situation because of this
I
dude.
love the man.
Not because you cheated on the dude you was with somebody who, now you just said he was broke. You knew he was broke when you was letting him in it. So you took all the risk. You did all of this, but somehow it's not your fault. No, ma'am.
he only broke because he told her he ain't gonna help her.
This woman made a mistake. I mean, not made a mistake. This woman made a choice, messed up her life. It is 100% her fault. Men should not take care of women who do things like this. If you have
Men
cheated
should
and if
not
you
take care
have
of
done
women.
him wrong, he doesn't owe you anything. And if you only in hard times because you know how to keep your legs closed. So I hate her flat out. Whatever.
Then they said you should have not been fucking around in the first place. Make sure it's worth losing what you got if you're gonna do it.
Or just leave what you got before you
Chris
do it.
says terror out here popping everybody's balloon. And then they said facts. All right, Stacey.
Well, yeah, it's on her. I mean, but where's her money at anyway? Why you gotta wait for income tax time? Damn. Can y'all know what savings is or financial stability is? Come on now, put some money to the side. Do some shit like that. Why do you gotta wait for income tax? People get on my nerves with that shit. Income tax. It's like you wait all year to wait on an income tax check. What the fuck are we doing here? That really disturbs me. And then to really need something for a man, that disturbs me also because be independent up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? You chose to lie down with that man or whatever, and you didn't know if he was gonna give you anything. I mean, besides money, he could give you something else like a disease or something. Close your legs and get your finances up. That part. I'm
All
done.
right.
Shout
Go
out to
ahead.
everybody who get income tax refunds. Because God damn it, man, please.
You
Go
know,
ahead,
my mom, I
Louis.
ain't
Go
say I
ahead,
don't know what
Louis.
the
I
fuck that
wish.
shit is.
What's going on? I feel like I just feel like she ain't taking no accountability for her actions. If her and the person that she was with didn't have that understanding that you can't cheat or you can't step outside of what we doing because we in this type of relationship or this is the type of arrangement that we got. When you go outside of that, if y'all had that type of understanding, you breached the understanding of what you had established with the person. So you can no longer expect or look for or blame that person if they don't follow through with they end the way they was before you salvaged what you had. Um, so I just feel like you know it's we have a big issue with people just not really like taking accountability. It's like they perspective of relationships is just all the way off, and everybody want to be the victim, and that's just what it seemed like she being to me.
All right. Teresa said, "No, you wouldn't be in this situation if you didn't cheat. She's crazy. A real man. You're not a real woman. You should have left before cheating. You chose new dude over everything old dude was providing." She said, "Facts, Stacy." Chris said, "That's right. A pack of bubble gum should be sufficient." And he's like, "I'm joking." Go ahead, Ricky.
She got everything she deserved. She got the nigga that want finna help her, and she also got the nigga that loved her. She got everything she deserves. Um, Accountability, a motherfucker. Hey, listen, cheating ain't all it's cracked up to be. There go that y'all thinking that grass green and shit. You go out there, then you get a bitch that ain't doing the shit your bitch was doing. Or go out there and get a nigga that wasn't doing the shit your dude was doing. I'm just saying, people, listen, life too short to be out here playing games with people. If you can't maintain your shit on your own, then you better do everything right to keep your shit together.
Chris said he's giving me Ti expeditiously vibes when he talking.
He's about Louis.
All I know
Chris
is
on what today?
I'm glad she got what she deserved. But she got
And she better be lucky she ain't getting nothing worse, because dudes have snapped for less than that.
Hell yeah.
Chris said the grass isn't greener much of the time. Real talk.
Listen, I don't care if the grass green, yellow, or brown. That's not the issue. The
All
issue is she got what she deserved, and now she out here making females look bad. Bitch, it is not the time to be doing this stupid shit.
right. Somebody sent me this. Yeah, they wanted me to read this. Okay, it said, "Fuck you sending my bitch money for." Dude said she was hungry, bro. He said, if I ain't got the money to feed her, she gonna starve. Fuck nigga, she don't need your money." And the dude said, "All you had to do was ask. I would have got you some too. You like family." The dude said, "Drop your location, pussy, and smoke about this one." And he said, "If you hurt me, then how she gonna eat?"
It's hilarious.
Can I,
Go ahead, Ricky.
That is hilarious.
That nigga crazy.
first off, niggas is out here real life dying over this type of shit. Second off, this shit is crazy. And that was funny as fuck. The dude just said all you had to do was ask him. I want to know what he had got her to eat. It was probably a 2-piece of the biscuit. Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
Okay, let me be for real, because I ain't gonna be able to breathe in a minute.
Okay.
No, but for real, I want to know what he got her to eat. Hey, y'all need to quit playing games. That's the young nigga shit.
Oh shit. You finished, Ricky?
That's that young nigga shit, and I don't want no parts of it.
Nene said, "Cracking the fuck up." He said, "Drop your location." He said, "If you hurt me, I should
they really will die behind this, and then
Oh,
when as soon as one of them die, motherfuckers be like, "It wasn't that serious." Nah,
That boy said, "But if you hurt me, how she gonna eat?"
she don't eat.
This is hilarious.
Oh shit! All right,
Hell, they out here wilding over abroad. I bet she. Never mind.
Oh my god!
Who you say?
I said, "Go ahead, Stacy."
Oh, I think that's really, really funny. But yeah, how is she gonna eat? Um, so my thing is, don't do nothing to do. I mean, he just helping out. What's the problem? I don't get it. Like, bro, he just lended a helping hand. I mean, hey, Tone used to have people cooking food for him and stuff. Why can't? Let
Whoa.
me stop. I just think it's okay to have somebody to lend out a helping hand if they need it. I mean, what, he ain't sleeping with him? I mean, what? I mean, I don't know about that neither, but I'm just saying, if you just buying some food, what's wrong with that?
The insecurity real out here, boy.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, Tara.
First of all, There's a part of me that thinks she might need to be with old dude that's getting her food. The reason I say this, I'm not even trying to be funny. That dude said if I ain't got no money for her, she'll starve. I do
That's
what?
crazy.
That part.
Yeah, he
I
said
don't
that.
think you worthy to be nobody boyfriend because something wrong with you,
Right.
girl. Um, and
She
also
do.
too, why would you tell your dude that? Like if I was out here, first of all, I hope I'm never down, down this bad. But if I was out here hungry for whatever reason, had to do a 10-hour, 12-hour shift, and one of my male coworkers was like, I got you. I don't, well, in my current relationship, I can do that. But I also wouldn't be in this situation in my current relationship either. But if that was the case, I don't think I would say nothing to my dude. And I think the next time I got paid, I would pay old boy back to make sure ain't nothing crazy. If you know how your dude is. So to tell you knew how he was gonna react when you told, why would you want to get the dude who helped you eat beat up? Like this don't make no sense to me.
If
But I
she
really think
told
she
him
need to break
first.
up with her boyfriend and get with old dude to make sure she don't starve.
Tara, I don't think she told him. I think he went through her phone and saw the shit because he texting the dude like
Oh,
he
dudes do that? Dudes go through phones? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude
yes,
go
the
through
hell
Oh,
they
I
phones.
ain't
do.
know that. All right, y'all talking
They,
some new
they
stuff.
do. They do. This the
Hey,
young
hey,
nigga shit.
Tara, hey, Tara, I swear to fucking God, I would never want to hurt myself that way.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll never go through a
Facts.
woman phone.
Facts.
I never want to hurt myself that fucking way, boy.
Hell dog.
Hey, I
All
had
right,
to go through my phone. I
go
said,
ahead, Louis.
on risk.
Go ahead, Louis.
Yeah, dude bogus. I mean, the line he said when he said that if I ain't got no money, she ain't gonna eat. Like
That's
that's
She gonna starve.
crazy.
that's
And
bold.
they
That's
said
bold.
yes.
But like it's like this, man. If you feel like that, then you know you gotta step your game up. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a situation to where she should need something to eat, my nigga. Like it ain't like she talking about getting a brand new car and somebody talking about buying a brand new car and you tripping. This talking about something to eat. You would do that for a stranger. You would buy a stranger something to eat. You know what I'm saying? And then if your woman ain't got no money to get us something to eat, and I'm working with her and I buy her something to eat, and you get in your feelings, then hey man, I would say some stuff if we wasn't on social media, but I'm gonna just keep it PG-13, man. You need to get your life together, man. You need to quit being so damn selfish, man, and let that woman live and figure it out or something, cause she don't need no dude that refer to her in a way like that. That's weird to me.
All right, Tone.
Hey, the she gonna starve shit is fucking crazy. Like that shit is fucking wicked. Like, but see, any nigga that'll put himself in a position like that deserve whatever come with it to be made a joke of or anything. Um, the thing is, like, man, now I got. I mean, 'cause I've been a broke nigga before. You hear me? Um,
Who ain't?
I know,
I've
right?
been a broke nigga before, and I can't hear me. And I had, motherfuckers like like motherfuckers making sure Bone was eating, like no bullshit. But I get them because
This
it
nigga high.
hurts. It hurts your it hurts your pride as a man. You know when you can't do something for your woman and somebody else. You know what I'm saying. But something as simple as eating is crazy. Like Louis say, he ain't like a motherfucker talking about buying a car for a bitch. Like nigga, she buying probably about the bitch having me.
Right. That part.
Like, like, God, you gotta be able, like, you gotta have some type of hustle or some type of push about you to where you could be able to get your bitch something to eat, God.
Something.
Like for real. But
Get
then
his what something to eat?
then it may be a thing to where goddamn, sometimes these bitches be out here flirting at work, these work husbands or something. We really don't
Oh yeah,
know
that too.
the
We didn't went from
backstory.
ladies to bitches. Lord Jesus.
We really don't know the backstory. Hey look. Was I told did
It's
I
okay,
say
baby. It's okay.
I'm
Just
saying hold up for real,
move
cause see
slow.
motherfuckers be tripping. Look, look. Did I say Terry is that? No, I'm saying these bitches that's out here. So you excluded. I'm not even talking to you. Why you mad up for these bitches?
You
Let
just
these
told me at
bitches
the beginning of the show that you was being a gentleman. I'm just trying to help my friend stay on track, sir.
man, even gentlemen's recognize bitches and whores.
Right.
The fuck? It make me a
My
better
tone.
gentleman. Let them know the
Oh my
fuck they
god,
are.
Oh my God.
what is happening? Oh my god.
That's
I
good though, Tone. You separate the two,
Oh
man.
my
You always
god.
make sure you separate the two. You know,
Boy, crazy.
yeah,
it
women
is
are
two
women.
types. Yeah.
Hey,
Women, and bitches is bitches. But
Rodney
what?
said it opens the door for other shit. Man will be in your woman's. Cause you stay
Yeah,
here
see
all
that's what
day at
I'm
work
talking
trying
about
to
right
get it
there.
open.
We don't know
Yeah.
the backstory
And
about
Clara
that.
said, "Why they gotta be bitches?" I love your comment.
Man, you gotta ask a bitch why she gotta be a bitch.
For real.
It's so true.
Say you can't
Oh,
explain that anatomy, huh?
oh my God. All right, man. I just gotta say who raised the thing on there. All right, here go the next topic. Yeah.
Did y'all hear about the 6-year-old that killed a cop in Michigan? Don't worry about it. 38-year-old Denise Williams and her 6-year-old daughter Aaliyah went to Walmart to buy a TV. As they're leaving, the receipt flies out of Denise's bag. She doesn't realize it till she gets to the door. Trevor, the Walmart employee, stopped her, asked for proof of purchase. She realized it was missing. She flags down the cashier that had just processed the transaction. Cashier confirms it, but he is insisting that she cannot leave without a receipt. She's frustrated and determined not to cause a scene. Denise proceeded to her car and waved down a man in the parking lot to ask for help to load the TV into her car. As they're doing that, Officer Lindsay Carter pulls up. She has a reputation of being overly zealous. She exited the vehicle with her hand already resting on the holster gun. Trevor called the police, claiming that she had stolen the TV and assaulted him on her way out. Officer Carter immediately confronted Denise, accusing her of theft and demanding that she put her hands behind her back. Denise, caught off guard, tried to explain that she had already paid for the TV and confirmed it with the cashier, but Carter's tone grew increasingly aggressive. When Denise hesitated to comply with being handcuffed, pleading that she'd done nothing wrong, Officer Carter grabbed Denise by the arm, struck her in the ribs, and forced her to the ground, placing her in a chokehold as Denise gasped for air. Aaliyah, still seated in the SUV, watched in horror as her mother struggled. Panicking, she remembered the firearm her mother kept in the glove compartment for protection, a weapon Denise had taught her to handle safely. Acting out of fear and desperation, Aaliyah retrieved the gun, stepped out of the SUV, pointed it at Officer Carter, screaming for her to stop. When Carter turned toward Aaliyah and appeared to reach for her own weapon, Aaliyah fired a single precise shot, striking the officer in the eye. Carter collapsed to the ground dead. Aaliyah immediately dropped the gun and rushed to her mother's side, sobbing and begging for her to wake up. As Denise is regaining consciousness, more officers are arriving on the scene. They are both taken into custody, but after thorough investigation, they were cleared of any wrongdoing. They also watched the footage of her buying the TV. And Aaliyah is basically deemed a hero, is justifiable as she acted in defense of her mother's life.
Basically, Tara, go ahead. I'll let
Absolutely.
you take it.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Tara.
Okay, I love this story so much. I'm so proud of this woman for teaching her daughter gun safety and how to use the gun. Um, it's very important for me to bring Livy and Rue up with gun safety and with knife safety. Rue is ready to get into throwing axes. I'm for it. I think you should teach your children how to protect themselves, and you should, they need to, because white people are. I need us to understand how on a white kid's first birthday, they're getting a 22 air rifle, hands down. They're learning these things from hunting, and hunting might include us. Hunting and all these survival skills that we don't ever teach our young. And hell, some of us don't know ourselves, especially women. So I love this story. I'm proud of this young lady. I'm so glad it turned out the way that it did, because they could have lived somewhere where other cops could have rolled up and just took all of them out. But this was a good ending. However, I need to know what happened to Trevor. Trevor who lied, Trevor who called the police, Trevor who didn't take the cashier's word, who got all of this stuff started. And now you got an officer dead, a young girl and her mom traumatized behind a lie from Trevor. So if I can see him go to jail, this will be the perfect story with the perfect ending.
All right, Tone Bone.
I need to fact check this story. This shit sound a little bit too fairy tale like straight up. If that shit happen like that, it is what it is. It's fucked up. People and that will kill people. That's because the world think people in the world think that they emotions because they feel the way that they feel is facts and shit like that. You know, in certain themselves where they don't want to be in. Whoever the fuck that Trevor person is may have been a fairy and fuck this fuck their lady life up. But yeah, congratulations to the little girl. Like that's dope.
You're gonna be traumatized. Chris said, it's a lot. He said lots for me to text on this one. Go ahead, Louis.
Yeah, man, I seen this earlier during the week, last week, and I got so many things from that whole incident. Like, it just put us on point that we need to condition and train our kids at the age of 5. Like Tara said about gun safety and how to use a gun, and to protect themselves if need be, to protect you if need be. It shows you that you can't underestimate nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even a 6-year-old little girl, innocent little girl. You know, so tattoos, all this being swole, all that. Anybody can get killed. Anybody can get put down. You know what I'm saying? So when you just walking up on people just because you got a badge and a gun, and you trying to, uh, misuse your authority, you don't never know what God has designed and who God is using to be able to protect His people. Um, it's a lot of signs and symbols with that whole situation. I just thank God that the lady was able to live, the little girl was able to not have any charges against her, or them not to try to make her out to be some type of hideous killer. Um, and the guy, whoever called the police and lied on that lady and sicked the police on her and talked about she stole something when she didn't. They need to incarcerate that person. I don't ask for incarceration for nobody. But at the same time, if y'all out here using the police, falsely accusing people of things, then they should be held accountable. If I'm in a crime, if I'm doing a crime with you, and I don't even murder somebody, but me and you together, or we was in the company of this crime, I'm getting charged with a murder too. So how is it that if you can try to use the police and the police get somebody murdered or the police get murdered, how are you just free of all the charges and just can walk away like nothing happened? That don't even make sense to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ricky. Hey, Chris, check your inbox. But go ahead, Ricky.
I saw this story and I was like, way to go, 6-year-old, because my son 5, and listen, I never wanted him playing with guns. I ain't even like him playing with toy guns. But I think it's important that he learn how to shoot that mug now. But way to go to the 6-year-old. Like, for real. I guess this part of that message that Kendrick was talking about. Oh, yeah, I got jokes for days.
I'm tripping.
Jokes for days. I'm just saying.
Oh, Ricky, I can't stand you.
Hey, I'm just saying this part of that message
Great.
shit. Y'all be like everything a message shit.
Ugh.
When the plane crashed, that was the message shit.
I just knew it. I knew it. 6 was gonna become 7.
He only want to speak on this topic up in this
I
club.
like his comments so far.
Who the fuck is it?
Chris.
Chris was out here before. I don't even know if y'all was with us before. Would you
Chris,
all?
that nigga name is Maverick. Make your mind up. Shit. Don't be confusing me like that.
I thought he was Pop.
Ask about me. It's
Did he
not
say
that deep.
fuck?
Okay,
I did ask. Ain't nobody know. Shit.
he was a guest on her before.
Call me what you want. Call me what you want. I go by both.
He wanted the dopest cinematographers in the United
You
States.
you comfortable enough with calling T.I. Tip and all his other aliases? So what's your
I don't
problem?
call T.I. shit because that ain't
You
my
call
name.
Jay-Z, his name is Sean. You call him Jay, right?
Nah, I call that
Hey,
nigga
hey, Chris, before you even talk
Yeah,
about this
whatever.
topic, let me get you. What is your, opinion of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show?
I
I know
didn't
you.
watch.
I
I
know
still
you.
boycott the NFL in support of
Okay,
Colin
okay.
Kaepernick,
For
so I
God,
didn't watch.
See, my boy Chris.
to you, my brother. Thank
Chris is a
you
super.
very
I
much.
don't.
He's a
I don't,
super
I don't fuck with the
activist.
NFL.
Stand
I
for
got mad
something or you'll
motherfuckers.
fall for anything. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been boycotting 8 years straight for that. So,
That's what's up. I love that. I love that.
boycott Target, boycott Walmart, all that too. But with the situation with the girl, I think the problem is that I see with that situation is a couple of things. I mean, we shouldn't we shouldn't put the expectation on our children or put them in a situation where they have to step in matters like that, because look what happened with Tamir Rice, who got killed just for having a toy gun. So that could have easily went the other way. I think the biggest problem is the lack of de-escalation tactics and investigation by the police department. They should be totally held liable for that, along with the store. I mean, to me, that's even though some I think, to my understanding, you said the cop lost his life on that
Yeah, she
situation.
lost her life.
Right.
That's
I
right.
mean, they still should really be held liable for that. Even though he lost his life, because of the fact is that there's a couple of things like they didn't do from just a standard practice situation. They didn't take the time to get an account from either side. They just entrusted in what the store was saying. That's something that they could have easily went and looked at the tapes before any kind of situation. So I think that's the problem that's prevalent with law enforcement, particularly towards Black and brown people, is their fact is that they're taking the word of somebody, but that's not a proper investigation. What they're supposed to be doing duty bound is to investigate. And it's something as simple as providing a receipt, looking at videotapes, things like that. They may be able to detain a person while they're doing something like that, but it's all in how you're handling it. If I'm coming to you with a calm tone of voice and I'm saying, hey, until we get this cleared up, don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Just show me the receipt and everything like that. It doesn't have to get to violence. And so I think that's where what was that, a Walmart, I think, where they got the TV
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Walmart,
Yeah.
that employee needs to be held culpable for that, and the agency that responded on that. But I mean, because that's just the child is traumatized by that, and it didn't have to go there. So that's my opinion on that. But I mean, I think, again, yes, I'm all for teaching children self-defense, but they're still children, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't be encouraging them to get involved in situations like that because they're still young, like
Encourage
they're,
the
they're holding
child
a
to get
heavy
in a
gun.
situation. I wasn't encouraging. She saw her mother being killed. So the cop is who brought about this whole
Yeah, no.
situation.
I mean, no, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that if we're going to, I think that the emphasis, that's all I'm talking about, is the emphasis in that situation, in my personal opinion, has to be towards the department store itself, and their policy has to be towards that law enforcement agency, because that went out of control on both of their parts. And it's sad that it resulted in a loss of life, but it was on both of them. That something needs to be done. So that's my take on that. That's my hot take.
Hey, this nigga be reading
Casey.
books.
He said we read books.
Yeah.
Webster alumni, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about
Webster
he using words the correct way.
Yeah, Stacy.
Don't act like you knew to that tone.
I mean, but we gotta. I
Now
think
he's saying
part of.
shit like emphasis and shit like that. And like
We
Yo,
use bigger words than that,
but
so
I
shut
mean,
up.
but I do. But I
Teresa
do get
said
what
Okay.
you.
Teresa said facts
All
fish.
right. So go ahead.
Yeah. Part of that is understanding the law, understanding what procedure is, understanding what policy is and what that entails and things like that. And a lot of times, like, some of these things get out of control. They're not even classified as felonies because they're under a certain dollar amount. So I mean, right there, is this worth a misdemeanor that's not even gonna stick? You know what I'm saying? Doing all that for, and you know what I mean? And so that's problem right there. But I could go on.
Okay, kudos for the little girl. Because if I would have seen my mother, about to get her head
Absolutely.
uh, blown off or
Mm.
whatever, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that the little girl was taught that, and she
Mhm.
did what she did. I mean, I feel bad for the officer, the lady who lost her life. But maybe now these officers may think now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
especially if we rolling up with our kids in the car and they doing us wrong. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they can think now
Mm.
and before they act. So I'm gonna say I'm all for this. I mean, I'm glad that the little girl wasn't charged. And I know she has a lot of therapy, that she has to go through and all of that. And of course, the Walmart store should be held accountable. They should be liable for what happened. The little dude working at the door, man, you're just a door greeter or whatever. Like, you really took it too far. Some people be taking a job to the extent that, like, what the hell? Y'all, how much y'all get? $10? What y'all make? I don't know. But no, it was like really uncalled for. And but kudos that the lady and her daughter is both yet alive. So that part.
I just want to say one more little part. Condolences to whoever the officer was, because imagine you leaving and going to work and not coming home. That's crazy work.
Yeah.
They said she had a bad reputation for always doing this type of stuff to black people. So okay.
Good job. Yeah, I heard that too.
I mean, to Tara's point,
Just lost a life because you don't want somebody to be like, well, you always talked about walking around with a damn machete when if something happened.
That's different. You're supposed to protect and serve, and you're a harasser of and a racist. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that y'all care about the loss of life. I just don't.
well, I'm a piggyback on what Tara said. Two things that came up just recently. One, I have a lieutenant friend, and she brought up the fact is one of the girls when George Floyd got murdered, they asked her about her intervention because she filmed it, and she said on that stand in her testimony, she said it wasn't my job to save George Floyd's life. It was Derek Chauvin, the officers, the one that murdered him. The second thing is about a week and a half ago. Derek Chauvin, that same cop, they just had to pay a white woman $600,000 because 4 months before he murdered George Floyd, he assaulted this woman. And so she just got her payout. But people got to understand too is he had 22 complaints against him, two that resulted in reprimand before he murdered George Floyd. So I think to Tara's point is that a lot of these police departments, what's indicative and what's happening with them is that we have these cops that stay on the street, or like in St. Louis, they go to work for St. Anne. They get fired from, the city and go and work in St. Anne when they shouldn't be cops no more. And that's the problem. And I mean, to take it on a federal level, you got Trump out here who's literally, appointing heads of the departments of justice that do not even want to hold them accountable, period. So,
With that, I mean, I don't see many of us signing up to go be cops either. So there's that as well.
There's a minority recruitment program going on for the Ethical Society of Police. And that the sole goal
They
of
need
that
to
is
pay
to
more. They don't pay cops anything to go out here and risk their lives the way that they do. They need to pay them more.
Reason why we end up with the people who are cops, because people think that everything is about the fucking dollar. And
well,
then
you got to be able to provide food for your kids.
Though.
So shit, it sure the fuck is.
I mean, in St. Louis City, the annual budget is about $650 million, and over half of that is towards public safety, which the majority of that is policing. Public safety also involves like ambulance and fire, but the police get dang near half the city's budget. And it's a hard pull to give them, they just got a small pay increase, but it's hard to increase their pay when they're out here committing so many transgressions. They have lawsuit after lawsuit. Mansour Balbay's family just got $18.7 million from a situation I was at in August of 2015. Like the Jason Stockley verdict, they lost another like 12 million out of that. Like this city bleeds cash through police misconduct and murder.
Yep. And they still not trying to do nothing to fix it.
The Jason Stockley situation, not only through the protests shutting down malls and highways, cost the city $20 million, they've had to pay out $5.2 million to the undercover cop that they beat, another $5.2 million to the protesters they kettled, and a bunch of other lawsuits from that one cop killing one black man. So that's the cost of racism. So when we're talking about police pay, let's not forget the tens of millions of dollars that could have went in their pockets if they weren't being racist.
Like Teresa said, right? The girl did what she should have.
Mansour Balbay family just got that.
She said she stayed in the car and waited, then even yelled at the cop. She only shot after the police reached for the gun. And she said a loss of life is never good, yet this story makes it sound like it was going to be the officer's life or the mom's. And the officer escalated the situation and chose violence.
I mean, we feel bad for him, but but their training teaches them otherwise.
I want a real quick question. Did any of you see what's the name of the movie, American Skin or something like that by Spike Lee?
That came
out years ago. It was with the dude that played.
Yeah, with the dude that played Nat Turner.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
did see
yeah.
that years ago. I did.
You
I
see
had
what
to
I'm
write
saying?
that.
And that was the most powerful point in that movie where he was talking to this little white cop or whatever, and he was asking him about their training. And the cop got agitated and finally admitted, yeah, I was scared. Because the way I'm trained to see y'all as dangerous. I'm trained to know that if I'm in this neighborhood 9 times out of 10, you want to kill me and I just want to go home. That made me for a millisecond feel remorse for a cop or feel empathy for a cop, because this young rookie was like, they trained me to fear you. They told me
Man,
if I see
look.
you, it's
Well, it's
me or it's
but
you. And that is real though. They really
But
are being taught. If
the
you see a
thing
black
is,
dude, his main goal
But
is to kill you.
what about when you're a black male and every time that you leave out your home and you see a police, you that same fear that you talking about that they have, that they when they come into our neighborhood, it's the same fear that we have inside of our neighborhood when we just see one of them, because at any given time anything can happen when we have any type of interaction with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
I said for a millisecond. I said I felt that for a
Now
millisecond,
I'm
not
not.
even a whole second.
I'm a
I'm
side
just
with
saying.
Lou on that
I'm
one.
just saying. I don't even want nobody to
Dude, I'm
choose
siding with him too. It
sides,
ain't no
right?
difference.
I don't
I
even want
mean, well,
nobody.
no,
Hold
I
on, hold on,
mean,
hold on, hold on. I don't want
look,
nobody to choose sides. But what I want the audience and everybody to just take a second for black men. It's every time you see a police when you driving or you get pulled over. Every time you walk out, that fear that he talk about that he felt when they come into our neighborhood, we feel that every day in our neighborhood. Every time we see one of them. So I think that people really need to understand like what it is for be a black man in America and what you have to go through psychologically. You can just not have your insurance on. You can just not have your license on. You can have a tail light out. You can anything, and it can create a situation to where you got to deal with them, and then they telling you to step out the car. It happened to me the other day. I get a regular routine traffic stop. They asking me, it's 2 of them. They asking me to step out the car. What am I stepping out the car for? Why are you trying to get me to step out the car? What's up? I'm trying to figure it out. Because in my mind, if I step out this car, this might be my last time even breathing. You know what I'm saying? But that's a real thing, man.
I mean, I
And
think
I just want to add to that real quick that after Sandra Bland, I think it's like that for a lot of us too. And even with my son, when Rue was 2, I found out that on the little circle in daycare, the 2 and 3-year-olds talking about what their parents have been talking about. So now my son that went from wanting to be a cop, which I'm sure he would have grew out of anyway, but now he's terrified. Cop pull up behind us, just the normal cop we see every day. Now my 2-year-old is scared for
Yeah.
me. Mommy, they kill black and brown people. And I'm like, who told you that? Other 2 and 3-year-olds. And that
Damn.
broke
That's
me.
deep.
So I think it's for all of us. When I have my kids in the car, I do not want to get stopped. What would they see happen to me? I think it's all of us at this point.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I
is.
think the problem is that culture of policing. First of all, I mean that's a top down culture, and the problem is even the black officers subscribe to that, and that's not what they're supposed to be doing. And then the thing is that it's like that blue code of silence, because a lot of times there's misconduct. They lie on police reports. They don't report their colleagues. They don't report their senior officers. And I mean, again, I've been doing this work for 10 plus years. I work with one of the only black police unions in the country. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my clients. And you would be surprised at the amount of black officers that do not join that union as well, which they formed to stand up to against corruption and racism in policing. So they're abiding that. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Tara, but I think the problem is that they have discretion and they're black first. And so even though they're being taught that, that's not something that they have to go with. That's not something that they have to abide
Most
by.
definitely.
And
Well,
and
this
they make the
dude was
choice.
white. This little dude in the movie
No,
was
I know
white.
what you
So
mean, but even
he
them, black, white, or otherwise, they don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like what
okay.
happened
So
with
you said
racial.
you work with police unions, right? So how many
I
times
work
have you
with a
seen
police union.
a
I
police
work
union?
with a.
But
I
how
don't
many
work with
times
the
have we
police
heard the
officer.
stories of black officers who do speak up? And what happens? They end up getting killed. They end up getting beat. They end up losing their jobs. They end up getting hazed until they quit their jobs. So we need more protection for them to feel safe in doing that. Because a lot of times they can
Mm-mm.
come up and say something and it does not go well for them. They still should, But we're
but
asking somebody to risk their life and their
Hold
livelihood.
on. Hey,
no,
Chris,
but let me.
Chris, I'm gonna need you to stay on my boy Tone. He feeling sick, bro. So
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm
Stop
gonna
smoking
respond
so
to
damn
that.
much.
There's no, because the thing is that a lot of times, so first of all, the Ethical Society of Police was started in 72, back in a time when white officers would not even show up to calls to assist black officers. So they were formed under the premise of combating corruption and racism in the police department and in the community. And the thing is that you have two police unions in St. Louis City. You have the St. Louis Police Officers Association, which is the one everybody joins, but you can also join Ethical, which is ESOP. So they predominantly anybody can join. You can be white, but it just happens to be mostly black because of what they stand for. So in that union, they're also one of the only ones that has legal representation. So the things that you're talking about, being a member of ESOP provides them the blanket of protection. That's how, like with the film work that I do, how they're able to speak to me freely, because when they're part of this union, they have that blanket of protection versus if they were just with the main police officers union. So, but you'll be surprised that there's some black cops that want to be adjacent with the white ones and they don't join. And then when something happens to them, let's say they get wrongfully terminated, they start trying to go to this black union. They're like, it's too late. Like,
Yeah.
you can't get our assistance after the fact. That's why we ask you to join out the gate. You know, we can. It's
Well,
like
I'm
any
pretty
union.
sure if they would have joined the ESO, the black one, that they're going again be ostracized by the rest. So this blue wall of silence thing is a tricky thing to navigate through because they're gonna look at you like you ops. So you won't
Yeah,
have a
but
problem anyway.
Yeah, but I think the thing is yes. I mean, I have friends, I have people that have been leadership in that union that have faced that. A lot of them have sued and successfully sued. You know what I mean? I mean, so yes, but it's no different than being in Black America. You're getting that extra layer of scrutiny as a white one or as a black woman, as a black man, and you have to work. You got to cross your T's and dot your I's. But at the same time, if you do your stuff with integrity, you don't have to, yeah, you're gonna keep heat. But the thing is that there's power in numbers. They got, I mean, the main police union has about 1,400 members. They got about 300 to 400 and stuff like that. And so just like protest, any form of activism, boycotts, they work when you have strength in numbers. And so they brought a lot of, and the thing why I say is this, where are we gonna go? We gonna go backwards? Like, you know what I'm saying? They've exposed a lot of corruption. They brought things to light. Anything that y'all seen that's been in the paper before this new leadership that the police have done wrong, my friend who used to be the president, she was exposing that stuff because of this union. So again, I
I
think
wish
we
that
have to.
union would have been able to get a hold of Ferguson because they was corrupt as shit. And Darren Wilson, the one that killed Mike Brown, he used to be over here harassing all these Jennings kids because there are no sidewalks over here and all they can do is walk in the street. See, there's been too many times where these cops who've gone to kill black people were allowed to do so because they just keep getting moved to different precincts, like priests get moved to different parishes when they find out they playing with little kids.
All right,
So
yeah,
I need more action from that side.
Let me go to another
I'm
topic.
sorry.
Oh,
Great,
you get.
great
We can talk
conversation.
about that all night.
Great
Right.
conversation. All right, here go to
Yeah, because I had an
The
answer to
issue
it.
isn't that women want to be impressed, it's that they want to be impressed by gesture and not the man.
Ooh.
It's like 300 on the bill. Any nigga with money can 300 on the bill, or any dude that's desperate enough to fake it.
Yeah.
I can't. You can't fake generosity. You can't fake humility. You can't fake service. You can't fake leadership. You can only like put up a charade so long until Shorty realized none of those things. But it's like, rather than look at the intangibles, because I ain't gonna lie, I personally got offended because they put coffee dates on there. I'm gonna give away one of my plays, man. I'm gonna give away one of my all-day date plays. It's a play that doesn't miss.
Super date me.
Coffee, museum, bar.
I just got wet.
And no, it's coffee, museum, lunch, bar. You owe food if you got somebody out that long. But check me out, bruh. Coffee dates strip people down. Yes, you may feel like you're getting a cheap experience. That's the point, because no one can hide behind money. I can't hide behind how much money I make.
All right, Tara, go ahead with your thoughts.
First of all, pass the trip again at it. This is an old video and I still love it, though it still reigns true today. I love a coffee date. I love a walking through the park. Let me get to know you, just talk to you. so it's quiet in the surroundings type of date. But this is true. So many people, if you go and spend 300 or 400 on a bill, a girl will sleep with you and think you the best thing, and you don't even have to call her back the next day. You might not even know what her name is. We are so dazzled by the flash that when a dude just wants to sit down and actually get to know us, we think something's wrong with him. Well, you just want to talk. Like you don't want to, you don't want me to, dress half naked, or you don't want to talk about sex, or you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We think people are weird when they really just want to get to know us. So everything he said was real. This is around the time people were coming out with their Cheesecake Factory date, Applebee's date list and stuff like that.
Cheesecake
But
Factory.
I think you can tell a lot about a person by dating them. And I think you need to set your own rules for what you like. And if a person gives you pushback because you're not willing to spend that kind of money, or because you're not flashy enough, consider it that you dodged a bullet. Don't get upset. Don't sweat it. Let her go on where she came from, and you move on to the next.
All right, Stacey.
So I'm gonna say this. I don't know who we are, because I love a date that we're just sitting talking. I love picnics. I love walking through the parks. I love, boat riding, things like that. You don't have to do much to entertain me, or I want to know about you. I want to reach your mind. I want you to, dive into my mind. You know what I'm saying? Where we could go, not where you think you want to go that day or whatever, if you know what I mean. So for a man to try to be flashy or whatever, like, I got this, I got that, that doesn't turn me on at all. That turns me off, because I feel like some men could be arrogant or whatever, because when a woman has her own paper anyway, we don't need a man like that. But I just think that, there are a lot of women out here that are looking for a big payday, or who they can get, instead of saying like how we can work together, or, we come together 50-50. It's not all about let me bring to the table everything. What can you bring to the table? What can we both bring to the table to make our life more productive? And, I'm good with that. So for a woman who's looking for a man to do everything, that's not good anyway. Especially when you have kids, you're showing them the wrong way to go. Teach them to be independent. Because if the man ever come in your life and he has all the money and he walks away, where does that leave you if you don't have your own? So I mean, I'm good with what he said. I really like it, and I think that's a good a coffee date is wonderful. A little sit at the bar type. Let me talk to you and see where you at. It's cool. Like, dive into the mind first before trying to dive somewhere else. That part.
All right, Ricky.
Shit.
What is going on?
Because Ricky.
Ricky and fell asleep.
I did fall asleep. Y'all just listen. I have my
Hey,
phone.
motherfucker talking.
Look, y'all, I'm struggling over here. Don't mind me. Listen. It's all in how much a chick like you, right? I've had a first date. We were supposed to go out, and I sat there and helped this nigga replace the locks on his door. That was the date.
That's right.
That was the date.
No.
Oh my God.
Like it dates mean whatever you make them to mean.
Mm.
I'm trying to put an amount on a date. Like, a date don't have to cost shit. Yes, you can spend money. I'm not saying, listen, for you bougie bitches, this is for y'all. If that's what you require, that's your requirement. But don't get mad if 95% of men ain't falling for that shit no more. Okay, just want to throw it out there. It's okay for y'all females to take a dude out sometimes too. Just want to throw it out there.
Amen.
They deserve. Some of them deserve it. Most of them do not, but some of them. Listen. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I can't be laughing. So yeah, I can't laugh until I'm done because I can't breathe for it. Hold your laughs to the end. Don't be trying to do all of this stuff in one day. Because if you take you to Starbucks, you're going to have to go to the bathroom. And you don't want to do that when you're trying to meet somebody. Because Starbucks going to have your ass going. Don't fall for that shit, ladies.
What?
Just set up.
Hooray, Ricky.
If you can't drink, if you lactose intolerant, stay out of Starbucks.
First off, I'm not lactose intolerant and I can't drink Starbucks like that. I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah, well, Starbucks is down with Trump, so we boycotting them anyway.
Well, Starbucks also
Say
be
that.
out here. Starbucks also be out here on the sex trafficking tip, but that's a story for another day. I really can't breathe, y'all, for real. Hold on.
Go ahead, Ricky. That's all good. Go ahead, Louis.
Wait a minute. No, don't go, Louis, because Louis gonna go. Wait. 2 seconds, Louis. I just need 2 breaths. Hold on. In real life, everything Trip said was 100. Listen to all of the men out there. Don't all of y'all try to do that shit. He already put it out there. We know what it is. Yes, you'll get ass at the end.
Lord have mercy.
I'm done.
She crazy.
Go ahead, Louis.
It
Yeah, I
could be the
think
drug.
I feel like he got, he got a point with his perspective. I think that what he was saying more than anything is just getting to know the person, and not trying to hide behind materialistic things. I feel like that's weak. That's weak as hell to me. When you lead with that, because females see right through you. You know what I'm saying? You think you pulling a boss card, but really you looking like a lame. And I think that it got so saturated that the fake women took to it and just thought that that's the way it go, and then the rest of the fake dudes just ran with it. But see, the energy of the energy on Earth now is the women they got their own. They coming into their own. They putting their crowns on their head. So what you flashing, you know what I'm saying, ain't really giving no action for real. You gotta tap into her on a different level. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get into that mental and get into her heart to be able to really lock her in. Cause if you can't show her why you different on some type of level, and the only way you're gonna show her that you different is through your communication and the way you interact with her, then you ain't gonna have no significance with her anyway. So, and like Tara said, a lot of women do feel like you weird when you just want to get to know them and see and just get a vibration from them. They'll look at you like you came out of a different planet or something, because they expecting you just to lead with what everybody else lead with, and that's what they expect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you would get treated like a lame almost if you just come on some, I'm just trying to get to know you as a person type time with just the average female, because they don't expect it.
All right, Chris.
Man, this is such a challenging conversation. I agree with a lot of what everybody else has said. I think gosh, if they're not trying to really dig inside your mind and really listen and hear what you got to say, then so I mean, my advice to anybody is to always go into a scenario where you guys can just talk. But I'm just trying to wrap my head around how do we fix this superficial motive that people have to, and a lot of it deals with either lust and money, and how to, because I'm just like, brothers, like
a lot of it is the music.
Yeah, the music, the culture, and I'm just trying to see, like, how do we unwind that stuff? I mean, but it's just so pervasive, and it's just so ubiquitous. It's a problem. But I really wish that wasn't a thing. I really wish that people cared about more than somebody's body in their check. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. I mean, I'm a fan for anything that allows me to understand a person on a deeper, more intimate level, understand what drives them and what motivates them and things like that. So yeah. But yeah.
So Chris, you want to come over here and do some of this anatomy and physiology with me?
I'm gonna go exercise after this.
All
Bro,
right.
it's only 2 chapters.
So the 2 chapters. What are the 2 chapters?
See, that's that shit I be talking about.
It's so pervasive and ubiquitous. Yeah, okay.
All right, man. Let me go to the next
I'm
topic.
just saying, he talking about something that challenges him. You want to come help do some anatomy and physiology? Cool.
All
I'm
right,
just
yeah.
trying to see.
Listen,
Let me go to this next
I
topic.
got 2 assignments.
Unpopular opinion, most men are not bad communicators, but a lot of women are conversation bullies. You have decided prior to speaking to your man what happened, how it happened, when it happened, where it happened, and who it happened with, long before he's had a chance to even give his side of the story. Now, whenever you come to speak to him and he's trying to talk to you, you continue to cut him off. You continue to interrupt him. And now he's just sitting there going, okay, whatever. And he let you think whatever you want to think. And he apologizes just to end the argument and end the conversation. And y'all don't get to the bottom of anything. Now your new thing is, I don't understand why he doesn't speak to me or tell me anything, because baby, you don't allow him to. You have now made him feel emotionally unsafe. So why would he come to you and speak to you about anything? Because you are a conversation bully, baby.
So I'm gonna let you take this one first.
who?
Chris.
I've never heard that term before, a conversation bully, but I
You liked it
understand.
though, her nodding your head. I saw you.
I mean, no, I'm just listening to the term. I've seen the act. I just never had a term to go with it. Right. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of that stems from trauma and lack of healing. Because I think healthy communication is also listening not to respond but to understand. And I think a lot of people are listening to respond and not trying to gain understanding. And so what that takes is like humility and asking questions. I think a lot of the things that people don't do is like, if you're not asking enough questions, then are you sincerely trying to have dialogue and get through whatever the situation is? But if they're just sitting there talking and they don't care to ask or look for areas of improvement, then yeah, like that is just some bullying, and you just yapping at that point. So yeah, I'm not with it. But I mean, I think a lot of issues that I see have to deal with accountability, lack of healing, and people bringing um previous experiences and trauma into new situations. I got guys that I know, man, I be like, y'all, like, stop trying to jump into the next thing right away. Work on dealing with whatever your issue is before you out here dating. And a lot of people don't, they're afraid to just be alone or to take some time to heal and resonate with their own thoughts. And for them, it's just really so that they don't have to deal with it. They want to move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? And that causes problems. So I understand what the girl is saying. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it ain't, and I think a lot of women, I saw like a clip somebody sent me from that balloon pop dating St. Louis or whatever. And the guy was like, I ain't trying to get with you because you defensive. And she was like, no, I'm just strong or whatever. I'm like, no, that's not what that is. Like, yo, like, so a lot of people would try to excuse it as something else. So when she said conversation bully, I'm like, yeah, stop trying to pass that off as you just being a strong and affirmative
Right.
type woman.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't strength. Like, that's not what
Nah.
that is.
All right, Louis.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of the things that she said, and I think that a lot of just speaking on what she was saying, I'm not excusing men when I'm speaking on what I'm saying. I'm just speaking on what she said to the video. Uh, I think that goes on a lot, and I think that a lot of times women do excuse that as like, oh well, I'm a strong black woman or something,
Mm-hmm.
and excuse the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Strength is humility. Strength is discipline. Strength is being able to keep your mouth closed even when you're angry or not acting out. And that's true strength.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want to like say principle or integrity or morals or setting a standard, you have to set that standard as well before you try to like put it on somebody else. And that's on both sides, right? But to what she was saying as far as a conversation, but I didn't been in situations like that, and it do make you, it makes you be like that. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just let her have. I ain't even finna argue with her. I'm not even finna go back and forth because you got your mind made up. So now I'm finna make up my mind because Now I can't feel vulnerable with you. I can't feel transparent in this space. So now it's pointless for me to even have a conversation with you. So, you know, now if I start feeling emasculated as a man, so now I'm feeling like I gotta do something to make me feel whole again, because you just didn't verbally. I can't whoop no woman with words. I'm not even built like that to tear a woman down with words and just keep turning her down, turn her down, turn her down. So I'm not gonna really win that match with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she said, you're gonna eventually just walk away from the situation, never really resolving that situation, and then it's gonna lead to other things like stepping outside of that relationship, or and I'm not saying it's right. It just this is the snowball effect of what happens with that, because the woman is the soft part of you. That's what I be trying to. You supposed to be my soft place. You know what I'm saying? I supposed to be able to like if I can't be soft with nobody else in the world, you supposed to be the person that I can come and be the most softest that I could ever be, and not knowing that my feelings and my emotions is protected in this space with you. You know what I'm saying? But if I can't have that with you, I don't have nothing, honestly.
All right. Teresa said, "Oh my God, facts. In situations like this, women usually communicate when they are upset, so they unleash their emotions to get their point off and forget to look at their partner as an ally, not the ook." Yeah, Stacy.
As an ally, not the op.
Oh, my bad.
So first of all, I want to say this. But I think that a lot of people communicate when they are, like she just said, angry. So we must think about that first and try not to communicate, because it will not be communication. It will be pretty much an argument when we're mad. So we should just wait until we're more calmer and then have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? A heartfelt conversation, and let the person know how you felt, how you, basically how this made you feel. And hopefully they would, have that resonate within their spirit and not do it again, or talk about, well, about your feelings, you know what I'm saying? And care about your feelings. Most men, I'm not, so like a lot of people say, I'm always talking about the women and whatever. My thing is, like, sometimes we forget to care about each other's feelings. We forget that, like, men have feelings too, women have feelings as well, but we forget to really think about that. So we should be able to communicate without being angry. If we know that person that's going to attack or come across as a bulldog or a bully, then when we're mad, then don't communicate then, or don't talk then, or don't argue. So just wait until the person is calm, or you're calm, and have a grown conversation. That part.
Teresa said exactly, Stacy, and she said sometimes we have to pause for real understanding or check our emotions before having a conversation. Go ahead, Tara.
Okay, well, in reference to the video and
Hit
what
the
the
alley oop.
woman actually said,
Hit the alley oop.
in reference to what she said, I'm going to plead the fifth on the grounds that I don't want to incriminate myself. But I will say that if this were exactly how I used to be not too long ago, I am a work in progress. And I like this video and how she said this, because that term is new to me too. I don't think that you intend to be a conversation bully. I don't even think you see it that way, where you're super emotional and you don't even have to be angry. You could be very defensive, or you could be still tripping off the fact that the last long-term relationship you were in, he cheated on you, and something this new dude did triggered you back into that spot, and you don't even realize you're spiraling. So I do love what Stacey said about trying to take a beat before you talk to get your emotions in check, to calm down. The one thing about me that I'm really working on, guys, and if you have any advice on this, I'll take it. Comments, people on the panel. The longer you let me sit angry, the more pissed off I get. I'm not the person who gets calmer with time, which is why when I'm mad, I want to talk about it right then and there so that I can simmer down. If you say I'm leaving for an hour, when you come back, baby, if I was just pissed, now I'm nuclear pissed, and it's a whole nother motherfucking problem. So for me, that's what I need to work on. I need to work on understanding it's okay to take a beat. I just don't know how not to be mad about it no more if I ain't told you how I feel though. So that's my issue. But I agree with everything she said because I've absolutely been that person 1000%.
I was thinking while what's her name was speaking, I said, what about preemptive conversations before it gets to the point that it builds up to that? You know, like having healthy dialogue to the point that we don't have to suppress things and then dump. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
on a person, like
Or
that's an
or
approach.
terror, or like I feel like you gotta put a mug on point about the way you are out the gate, right? And let them know this is the way I deal better with things if I can just get it all out and say it how I need to say it, and it ain't nothing personally. This is just my process, and that way, if it does happen that way, I can be like, oh, I know she crazy like that. Like this is who she is, and not necessarily take it. No, not take it personal, because if I don't know and then you get to doing all this, I'm gonna be like, man, what the hell wrong with this girl? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm already conscious that this is just how you are, I can kind of like understand it and then take it with a grain of salt, knowing that this is just a residue of how you are and where you're trying to go. But I do love the fact that you identify with it and that you say you working on it, because that's the hardest thing. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect, right? But you gotta at least be willing to look at yourself and say, okay, this is where I need work at, and this is what I'm gonna try to work on every day. It ain't just I work on it today. It's gonna be an everyday thing, but just the fact that you're willing to work on that's say a lot, you know.
Thank you. And I do try to lead with that. I tell people a lot of stuff about me before, talking to them. But real quick, let me say this. And then we can read what she said. For me, the thing that triggered me, because I've had this conversation with people before. I've been trying to work on this for months now. And it gets easier. There are some things I can catch. But the thing for me is to hear a woman, or to hear a man, more specifically, to hear my man say, when you behave like this, it makes me feel I don't feel emotionally safe. Whatever the fuck it is, it's time to stop it. That's the trigger for me. If I love you and I'm with you and you tell me I'm doing something that disappoints you or hurts you or makes you feel unsafe, even if I didn't think it was a problem before, that is my trigger. I never want to be that to the person that I say I love, the person I say I want to be with. So I think men have to use those words. Please be descriptive. Please be open and say, I am starting not to feel safe with you, or I'm starting not to trust in you, or maybe I'm doubting whether or not we're meant to be together because I'm telling you this hurts me and you keep doing it. If she really loves you, watch how quickly she changes. I'm telling you, I'm living proof. Watch how quickly she changes.
So I heard you say men need to do that, but what about women? Do you
Oh,
think the women should definitely do that?
absolutely. Both of them.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
I
not.
just wanted to say, okay.
Teresa
Crazy.
said, Tara, yes,
Yep. Both
being
of them.
sitting
Yes,
in
ma'am.
silence, not addressing the issue isn't helpful either. Women tend to spiral in their own thoughts when there is a lack of communication or resolve.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, Sleepy Ricky.
I am not sleepy. I'm a little drugged up from all of these medicines they got me on. Trying to
Get
help.
well soon. Get well
Yeah.
soon.
Pneumonia ain't no joke, for real, for real.
Oh, you got pneumonia. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I ain't on the camera, because I
I
look
didn't
like
know. I
I got
just jumped
pneumonia.
on, so I'm
You were like,
sorry.
oh, sorry, good.
Yeah, no, I look like I got pneumonia or some shit. Um,
Or some shit.
yeah. I'm kind of different with this one, because I'm gonna tell you exactly where the fuck you got me fucked up at. I will be the conversation bully because you got me fucked up. Here's why.
You
Because
gotta love the honesty, though. I mean, come on.
I
Yeah.
look, I'm way nice, right? I know y'all think I'm an asshole on here. I'm in a relationship now, right? I'm
Somebody
way
pray for that man.
I'm way nice to my dude for real. They'll tell you, like any dude I ever been with, they'll tell you, like, that is not Ricky for real. Y'all don't know her because she's sweet in real life. She's real mushy. I am not that
Sure you
person.
ain't drugged up. Sure you ain't all of it.
Mm-hmm.
First off, not too much. Not too much. I catch all the shade shit you trying to throw tonight. So then you get your little issue out. But no, I'm real sweet. So if it gets to the point where I feel like I'm bullying you in the conversation, it's because what I've said to you previously have went unheard. And I just had this conversation with somebody. I'm only gonna say something to you maybe twice, right? The first time I'm gonna say, hey, I don't like when you do XYZ ABC. The second time, hey, you're still doing XYZ ABC. The third, clearly you don't want this shit to work because I done told you that this ain't fucking helping me. And you still doing XYZ ABC. Now you
But don't you gotta say more than that?
nope, I don't, because I didn't told you, I didn't explain it. If I told you, like, hey, I'll give you a prime example. If I say, hey, I don't like it when you say you're gonna call me back and you don't call me back for a couple of days. I'm just using this as an example. Then you say, okay, I'm not going to do this. I apologize for making you feel that way. I am very big on not saying that you're sorry or apologizing for something without change behavior. The change behavior is the best apology you can ever fucking give me. Don't say you sorry and continue to do the same shit. So then you do it again, and then you do it again. Now at this moment, now I have to give you a taste of your own medicine because clearly you don't give a fuck about how I feel about this situation. And if I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine so that you can understand that I don't like when you do this, then at that point we ain't even got nothing else to talk about. Now I'm hitting control, alt, delete, block, and I'm blocking your email too. You're not gonna be able, you can't call me from a private number because I'm silenced on my phone too. So now you just shit out of luck. I'm just saying once it gets to that point, because I'm gonna tell you once, maybe twice, but by the third time, then I'm already in my head, I'm already done with it, and I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you about it because you don't care. And if you don't care about it, then there's no point in me continuing to be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep letting nope, because you don't care. And a motherfucker that want to do will do. So I'm gonna show you the moment that you had me fucked up. I'm not letting it fester. I'm not gonna be like, let's take a five and talk about it in an hour. I'm not saying you go to your room, I'm going to mine. No, this shit has been addressed multiple times. So at this point, there's nothing left to do except leave.
You're not
My
the
girl said, let's
conversation.
take a 5 and then talk in an hour. I mean, how the hell you do that?
I said no, there is no doing that.
I love it.
Let's take a 5 and talk it out.
I said there is no let's take a five and talk in an hour. That's what I'm saying. Because by that point, it's too late. Because I've already addressed. I'm exhausted from it. I'm not. Listen, we too grown to keep going over the same shit. We too grown. You know how you got to get your ass up in the morning at 7 o'clock to get ready for work, take the kids and drop them off. You do this shit on a regular basis, right? Because this is the shit you know how to do. You're used to doing it. It's a fucking routine. Same thing with us. It's a fucking routine. So the moment you start deviating from the routine and not doing the shit that you was doing, then it's a problem.
You know what, Ricky? I love that. I remember a dude told me once, or no, it may have been on the internet, where the dude was like, "You get up every day and you go to work, and you're respectful to your boss, to your coworkers, and everybody else, but then you come home and you talk crazy to me." The man was talking to his woman, and he was like, "If you can go out here and respect your boss and all these people who you don't love, you're not in love with, who ain't paying bills for you, how can you come home and talk crazy to me?" So it is. If you have these routines, I just don't think you should be treating other people better than you're treating your significant other.
I'm not dealing with it. You can have it.
That
They can
part.
have it.
Yeah, next one.
And I ain't
Said it
gonna keep
seems
working.
like men don't want to be men no more. And I said, why you say that? She was like, because a lot of men have a problem with taking care of a woman. I said, no, 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 no. That's not what it is. The problem is y'all want everything, but y'all don't want to give back nothing.
Anything.
That's the problem. Like I have no problem with taking care of my woman, looking out for her, but my problem is if I'm doing all of this and there's no respect, there's no gratitude, there's no appreciation, there's no reciprocation, and that's the problem.
Louis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'll go last.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
That's a good one. I've been in that scenario. You know what's interesting? I think two things. One, sometimes I can't speak for all guys, but people like myself, I like to give. Sometimes we can set a precedent where we're only the ones doing the giving, and then the other person is just complacent and comfortable. But that's a problem, because you should never be with somebody that gets too comfortable, no matter how much you do for them. Um, and then yeah, I think that it's interesting. I think about, like, I feel like guys be with women that don't appreciate, and then vice versa with the women. I feel like women often get with guys that don't appreciate. It's like mismatch, unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. You know what I mean? I think, but it talks about, to me, it says a lot about the character of the individual. If you see somebody doing for you, you should be voluntarily feeling compelled, and it doesn't have to be a one-to-one match. But I feel like people that always make excuses like, I don't know what to do, or I've never done that before, I'm like, stop the nonsense. Like, like, cut the bull. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, even if you ain't got a gang of money, you know how to cook something. If you don't know how to cook, go to YouTube, try something, write a note. There's 99-cent cards in the grocery store. Like, I just think that there's no excuse for that. And I think we don't ever want to put ourselves in a situation where we're taking someone for granted. So I think that's a very strong thing. But yeah, but I've never received it too bad. I just have only had one situation where I was like, okay, after about 2 months, I had to say something. I'm like, yeah, it's about like, I'm like, oh, like, cause I'm just like, I can do it. You had to start doing something, and then they jumped on it like out of fear. But I shouldn't. But then I think about it, I'm like, we grown. Like, I shouldn't have had to tell you that. Like, that's the thing about me. I don't want to have to tell you. I think it's okay to tell people how you love to receive love and things that you like. But there's just some basic bottom things like, fam, come on now. So get
Not
up
that
off your
Ricky. Hey,
britches.
Ricky.
Don't get comfortable.
I'm gonna use this situation because this was funny to me. But I had a situation recently where somebody was like, "Hey, I'll move with you and I'll help you pay the bills." And I said, "That's funny as fuck, Bree Bree." Um, and then I had somebody else say, "Hey, I'll move and I'll pay all the bills." And then I was like,
"Oh,
that don't sound too shabby, if I say so myself." Which brings me to my point. Everything that sound good ain't good. But I'm big on reciprocating. I'm that person where I'll take a dude out first. I know dudes be like, "Oh my God," it's shock dudes every single time. I pull a card out, they be like, "Wait a minute, what you doing?" But it just be I reciprocate. If you do for me, I do for you. It's not a question asked about it. That's just how I am. I just genuinely do. I'm kind of like, when I think about it, like, I just was having this conversation with my coworker, because we complete opposites, but we both the same sign. And she won't give a dude $5, and I'm like, "Are you crazy as hell?" I'm like, "Girl, I be out all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, we be having a good old time." She told me something. "Yeah, I would never." And I'm like, "That's crazy. Maybe I should be more like you." I don't know how, but I'm like, maybe I should have been more like her. But it's crazy. And she was like, she didn't understand why she had such horrible luck with dudes. And she like, "You don't be having horrible luck with men." I'm like, "Nah, I do. Don't be to the extent you do." I said, "Because I reciprocate." She's like, "And men be liking that?" I said, "The thing is, most men aren't used to getting treated out. So if you treat them out, it's so minor to me. It's so major to them." Dudes be like giggling and shit. And I be like, "Hey, look, I got you. Don't worry about it." They be like, "What you mean you got me?" I'm like, "I got you. Don't worry about it." They be like, "Oh my God, you like that for real? You a unicorn." I'm like, "Nah, I'm just regular."
You're the
Like Teresa
unicorn.
said, just like
Baby,
you
that's my
tell
favorite
women to set the
compliment.
standard, men need to do the same. if the energy isn't reciprocal in the way that you need and you express that, then you need to make the choice and move on.
Yeah, that's the thing, y'all. You gotta stop staying in situations that ain't serving you. If you just said what you need and you not getting it, move the fuck on and shut the fuck up. Because I'm tired of hearing about it.
That part. That's why I said you got to like two. At the two, I gotta go. Yeah, but no, seriously, like I'm big on reciprocating, and that's the reason why when people be like, I can't believe that you act like that. Like, don't ever think like how I act is not me reciprocating what I'm getting. So don't look at like, oh damn, Ricky, you just tripping. No, Ricky, you not just tripping. Ricky over here reciprocating what Ricky is receiving. So just know, Ricky be knowing.
Yeah,
Um,
we gotta know that by now. If you see a woman spazzing out, the nigga did something. So my first question is, what he do to her? What he do to her? She ain't
I'm
just woke up and spazzed out on you for no damn reason.
I don't be out spazzing on
Look at
If
Chris.
you ain't healed, yeah, if you ain't healed,
listen, I'm not that
you
person that wake
can.
up and spaz on people.
Most people ain't healed.
When I say Ricky be out here doing
That's the
unto
problem.
others as they do unto her, I'm an advocate of it.
Like Chris, when you was talking about, there's some basic bottom things, you wouldn't believe how many people don't know those things though. What we have to do is we have to start walking into thinking about people as a clean slate. You got to stop assuming that people know what you think is basic may be monumental to somebody else. And that's where I think we get confused.
No,
Because if you ain't never been in a relationship before, or all your relationships have been with real terrible men, and or people who like dictated to you, you may not know the first thing about how to be a good woman to someone. So you can take the time to heal from what they've done to you, but that still don't mean you know how to treat the next person.
well, no, I did also say in that statement is I said you should ask questions, like you should
A
learn
lot
your
of them. Yep.
person and know what they like. I said that additionally. What I meant by basic bottom things is, again, if somebody, it's like, for example, on the very simplest level, like if somebody does something to you, what do? You say thank you, right? That's basic bottom spit.
You
Like,
wouldn't
you know what
believe
I
how
mean?
many people don't know that. Oh my God, Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
like, yo, like that, what? That's crazy to me. Like, but that's
I'm
what I'm
like, now
saying.
that's you be like, who raised you?
Yeah, but
Like
that's what
it
I'm
helps
saying.
her,
Like,
and it's
that's
really like that.
basic bottom stuff. Like, show your gratitude. Like, get a sucker a hug. Like, whatever it comes natural to you, do that. Don't get too comfortable and cozy. And so, what I mean by basic bottom is like, we may not have all the details, but at the very least, I can tell you thank you. At the very least, there's just some things at the very, very least that we can all do to show our appreciation. And it looks different for everybody. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
No
I
different than
feel it.
how our learning styles are different. That's what I meant by that.
Not to
All
cut
right.
Chris off. Don't y'all ever come and try to hug me. I don't like that shit. Don't touch me. I don't know you. You might have
Say
Ebola.
that out the
Man,
gate.
Lacey, who
All
next?
right.
This girl
Go
tripping.
ahead, Stacey.
Sounds like a lot of
Well,
resistance.
I'm gonna say, like, I was told yesterday that I spoil my man too much, and I'm like, what does this mean? We had a whole Super Bowl party, and okay, it's time to get food. I'm getting me and my man food. You know what I'm saying? Like, his relative said that I spoil him too much. Like, what is this? I mean, I just do what
Tell
I
them
do.
stop hating.
That part. And I don't know, but this is what I do, you know. It's like, he's sitting back like he's a king. I said exactly he's supposed to be treated like a king. I mean, you know, even if we're into it or whatever, I'm gonna say into it because we never really get into it, but we may have like arguments here or there. But I'm still not gonna treat him any different. You know, I'm showing much love. Um, and
Yeah.
most people feel that's awkward or they think it's crazy, but it is what it is. Um, so I mean, I and he does for me. I'm gonna say he does for me as well. So,
Yeah.
but he say I complain like he don't do enough for me or whatever. Sometimes I feel like what I really want he don't do, so I may complain, you know. But just as women or men, you should be able to just tell your man or your woman what you want and what you need, and hope that they listen it and do or give you what you request. You know, so I'm that person that will give, you know, but I do want things back. That part. So.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. Like, sky's the limit. As long as you feeling the love in return and you feel appreciated and you feel like it's worth it, like I don't see no problem with that. I don't care how much you do. Like if it's mutual, what's the problem? Like if I
Right.
bought you a Bentley and you bought me a Rolls, what's the problem? Like why if we could do it, why not?
Shit,
Like
what they
Hey,
doing
hey,
today?
hey,
And
hey,
Sign
I,
me up.
Lace,
huh?
Lace.
Yes.
I think everybody pretty much said everything. I think I don't know, I'm the last one.
Yeah.
But I just do
I
want
ain't
to.
go.
Yeah, Tara, good.
Oh, go ahead, Tara.
Now what you was gonna say,
My
Louis?
bad. No, I
I
was
thought
just gonna say the only thing I didn't hear that
okay.
everybody said was pretty much that I think when he was talking about reciprocation, I think everybody like look at reciprocation as like, okay, you do this and then I do this, you do this and I do this. That's like tit for tat. That's like petty stuff.
Yep.
Right.
But reciprocation is to be able to examine the person that you in a space with and see what it is that they lacking and how you can fill them up. You know what I'm saying? And give them that balance that they need and vice versa. So both of y'all supposed to be in constant studying of each other and seeing how y'all can pour into each other and how y'all can make each other help each other become the best version of y'allself. So reciprocation don't always look the same. Yes, she might have more money than you. She might be able to do things financially for you, or he might be able to do things financially for you. But he might need you to rub his feet at night. He might need to vent to you in a certain way and for you to hear him and give him advice from a female perspective. So, it's reciprocation. It can look different based upon the individual that you in a space with. So you have to evaluate and study the person that you with to see what they need from you as a service. And that's the way that it shows up to a person, you know what I'm saying? Because you might give the person the world, but they still seem ungrateful. You like, hey, because that ain't what they might need it from you. They might
That
need
part.
something
Mm-hmm.
completely
Yep.
That
different from
part.
you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what.
So you gotta know the person that you in the space with and say, okay, well, she don't need no money. She don't need no diamonds. She don't need no chocolate. She probably needs some. She probably needs some. She
Just a
probably,
massage. Just
yeah.
a
She probably
massage or something.
just
Nah,
some.
Louis wasn't finna say no
That's all I was
massage.
gonna say. And I'm
All right, go
yeah.
ahead,
We just
Tara.
gonna PG it massage. Just PG it.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead,
That's what
Tara.
he was gonna say. I agree with what Louis said. I agree with what everybody said. Here's the thing. This is what I want to take because everybody's already said what needs to be said. Ladies, this is what we hear about across the internet all the time. Men are literally saying that we are not willing to give them what they want, even if they want to give us the world. It's time to change that narrative. I know there are a lot of us who are probably listening right now who say, hey, I'm doing my best. I do that. That's me. That's me. Great for you. Make sure your female friends are doing it. Talk to your sisters. Talk to your mama, your grandma. They still out here twerking. Go ahead and let them know what it is because we have to be advocates for us across the board. I'm literally tired of the gender war. I'm tired of everybody talking about what women don't do. And look, at this point, we are lacking in the accountability. That chick earlier today talking about the reason that she can't pay her rent is what I don't even want to revisit it. Like I said, ladies, it's up to us to make sure that if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, that the women around us are too. That's my take on that.
All right, and look,
Oh.
last topic of the night. Let me say the last topic.
I think we confuse marrying the one with becoming the one.
Jamal, hold on, wait. You got to bless the people of God. Let me brace myself for it. Now teach.
I can't find the right one. He ain't got this, he ain't got that. And they're expecting what takes 30, 40 years to happen in 3 dates. God did not say marry the one. He said they shall become one flesh. That become is a lifetime journey of ups, downs, pains, traumas. We are not talking about something that is easy. Love is hard. You are marrying an imperfect person. As a husband and as a wife, your job is to help heal your spouse's wound, and you got to learn how to work with your spouse's weaknesses. When you marry your spouse, you are marrying their past, their present, and their future. I just had to ask the Lord, okay, God, help me as her husband. What I'm seeing is not a weakness. This is a wound. Father, help me be what she needs to be so this wound can heal.
I just want to say she at least 85 months pregnant. God damn, she was pregnant.
And Tara, take that.
I like what he had to say. It's scary to me when you tell me it's gonna be a lifelong journey. Damn, it's gonna take us till we get ready to die before we get it right. But I know what he meant. I do like the fact that you have to understand that we are two different people. We can both be two great people, but you're still, you might, like to throw your laundry all over the floor. And I might hate to see laundry all over the floor. So when you become one with someone, it's going to be work. I like to stay away from things saying, love is hard. It doesn't have to be. Things come with trials, tribulations, and challenges, but I think the love part should be the easy part. And that's the reason I stay, because that's the easy part. Everything else can be a little shaky, a little rough sometimes, but because the love is easy, we can get
Right.
through it.
I
We
feel
learn
you
how
on
to
that,
work through it.
Sarah.
So yeah, I did like the sentiment, but I would change a few things. But yeah, just understand. Everybody's not gonna be perfect when y'all first get together, but you work on it and you make it work. Like, oh, I love growing and learning and becoming a better person in my relationship. That's fun for me. This is the first time it's never felt like an attack. Like somebody coming to change me and telling me I'm not good enough. No, everything was done right. It was said right. And it's just a learning and teachable time for me. But it's fun because the love is easy. And I'm gonna stop being corny. Go ahead, I got it.
All right, Ricky. Pretty Ricky, what you about?
First, I was trying to unmute, though, not too much. I just told your ass I'm over here struggling. You hear the damn wheezing? Over here sounding like I've been smoking a carton of cigarettes for my whole life. Hold on.
You gotta breathe, y'all. That's not funny.
Take 2 breaths.
I am. Shut up.
You need an oxygen machine.
I got one.
Oh my God.
Not for real. I wholeheartedly agree with what Tara just said. That's all I got right now. I can't breathe.
All right.
Hey, Lacey, can you snip that for me and send that to me? I need to keep it for my records.
Okay.
I take it back.
All right, go ahead, Louis.
Yeah, I agree with a lot with what she said. Which the love part shouldn't really be hard, because that's something that y'all should be easily connected on. Life get hard, but the love should make the struggle that you're going through in life, it should make that a lot, more bearable, because the love that you sharing with the person. I would just say, what he did say that resonated with me is he said to become one flesh. And that's the object, is to become one. You even if you can have all the similarities, twins ain't even exactly the same. So how could you expect a person that was raised different, that had a different mother, to be exactly the same? And then you gotta love a person for who they are. And I think what he was saying is, he said, don't look at it as, I guess he said, what, as a struggle, but look at it as a wound, as like it's a wound that a person has that they gotta heal from, and you might meet them in the process of that wound being healed, and it's your responsibility, as coming into service, to help that person heal from those wounds so they can be whole. Other than that, if you're not trying to help that person heal, then you shouldn't even be in a space with that person. It shouldn't even be there. Like you shouldn't even, like, it should be, that's what you should look forward to. Because if you're gonna say ain't nobody perfect, then you should be willing to help that person become better. If you saying ain't nobody perfect, and that's vice versa for the man and for the woman.
Clara said, marriage is not for the weak. A lot of people want the wedding, but not the marriage. All right, go ahead, Stacey.
I truly feel like if a person has been in a space or a relationship and they've been there for their mate and their mate has been there for them, you've been through and through it all, you know what I'm saying? And you're willing to ride or die for this person, and even through the struggles, you've been there. I feel like that should show you that that person is for you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are broken and they've come from broken places, if you will. But just the fact that you're willing to take time out to learn and grow with each other and to be there for each other, that shows that you have the love for that person, you know? and it's especially if you've still been there through it all, you know. So I think that's when you know that you're connected, or you're with the right person, you know, for real. A lot of people get with people and they go through a lot, but they so easily walk away. You know what I'm saying? And it just be over and done. But that wasn't the person for you. But if you're willing to work it out and continue to help each other, be there for each other, no matter what. Like you could be mad as hell at a person, but you still willing to check on that person, making sure that person is okay, making sure, you know what I'm saying? That's the love. That's the true wholeheartedly, like, I love you. Look, I'm here for you, ride or die. You know, that type of thing. I think that's special, all in itself, and that's when you know you love a person, and that person is, you know, pretty much for you. That part.
All right, Chris, last
I
person.
mean, I like a lot of what he's saying because he's coming from this, you know, the biblical spiritual angle on that. I do think that we have to be very careful as far as like how much of a burden it is to put on the other person to heal another person. There's got to be a lot of self work that people need to do. I think that's what we're seeing a lot out of here is people not doing the self work before they enter into a new situation, which is why you have triggers, which is why you have like a lot of these things going on. Some of, you know, again, we are, I do agree with the fact that we're marrying the past, present, and future, right? But the thing is again, there has to be an asterisk with that because again, it's just like you're not supposed to be taking somebody in that's coming in with all this trauma and these scars and things like that because that's gonna put you on a uneven ground in a, you know, a very unsturdy foundation to build upon. And so, you know, again, like I think that the only requirement that we have is that you know that we're willing to help. But yeah, but yeah, I agree with most of it. I just think that again, a lot of what we're seeing, a lot of these topics, they all fall under the umbrella. And I see my brother over here nodding his
No,
head.
no, that's a good. I was gonna say that's a good adjective. That's of course, you know, that's something that I didn't add. But of course, you gotta be and did some self work because it's pointless anyway.
Yeah. And I mean, and I'm talking about like some people, you can find anybody on the internet to agree with your opinion. You can find a meme out there
Yeah,
to
for
agree. That's
sure,
not what I'm talking
for
about. Like,
sure,
so yeah.
for
And
sure.
so I think the thing that I'm seeing most of a lot of these situations, and for me, it's a biblical thing, it's a spiritual thing. So my foundation as far as like how God says, like what he talks about in First Corinthians chapter 13 of what love is, like that's the roadmap for me. And so if I'm falling under that realm and I use that as my guiding light personally, that keeps me, you know, in check. So, you know, so that would be my advice to people is just, you know, seek Jesus. But
All
I
right,
like that.
So Chris,
yeah.
Man, listen, love. Hey, listen, listen. Love is inside of you. You ain't gotta search nowhere outside of yourself. You shouldn't. You know love when you feel love, and you know hate when you feel hate. Don't trick yourself. Just follow the God inside of you. Don't. It ain't. You ain't gotta look outside of nothing outside of yourself to find nothing that's inside of you. You know when you feel love. You know when people love you. You know when the
But
motherfucker don't. It ain't nothing hard. It's either it's love or it's not. It's simple as that. We try to make a hate love and try to like confuse ourselves. It's like if I tell you that this is bothering me and you don't care to change that, then that ain't love to me. It ain't. We make it difficult. We make everything difficult, and I feel like that's the reason that we get the results that we get. We don't be firm on what we need in the space from that person, and then therefore when we don't get what we need to get, then we want to try to blame the person as though they supposed to know. No, this is what I'm on. This is where I'm at in my life. This is where we at, and then let's go ahead and see if we can move forward. It's simple as that. Love is easy. We make it hard.
I mean, I don't consider what I said looking outside of my love. I mean, Jesus, and again, I'm not forcing religion upon anybody or my spiritual beliefs, but I think Christ is the perfect example of love. And for me, again, I don't think that a lot of people know what love looks like. They think they know what they look like and what it looks like. And for me, like when I reference First Corinthians chapter 13, it says love is kind, love is patient, love is enduring, it's not jealous. It says love is not boastful. It says love is not quick-tempered. So and these are the exact words it says in the Bible. So to me, it's like, when I say follow Jesus, and I'm talking about that, I'm talking about ultimately following that, just what I just told you right there. If you're following that blueprint, which is in the Bible, of what love is and what it represents, and you embody and you say, okay, love is not quick-tempered, or it's not boastful, and it's kind and it's enduring, which means like what old girl just said about, taking the
That's one
time. And
opinion. That's one opinion though. Love look different
it's
for
not my
everybody.
opinion, it's just a word. That's not my opinion.
Everybody,
That's what's written in the word. I mean, I'm just
everybody
saying what
opinion of
works for
love is
me.
different.
I'm
Period.
I'm saying that's what works for me,
I
and from
get it.
my person.
I
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
that's what works for me. I'm not
That's
pushing it
cool.
on
That's
anybody.
cool. But everybody, the opinion of love is different. So you got to
Yeah.
know the person that you in the space with to understand what they understanding of love is. Everybody, I can feel like love is let me do whatever the hell I want to do, and you do whatever the hell you want to do. That's what some people feel like love. Some people feel like love is we ain't never separated. We always together. Everybody is going to have a different depiction of what they feel like love is. It's no one size fit all when it comes to love. You got to know the person that you choosing to be in the space with, and make sure that you choosing the right person that complements you. And because everybody is gonna have a different way about something. You might need a solid Christian woman that believes in First Corinthians, that stands firm on that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you might
True.
have somebody else over here that can say the hell with the Bible, and they own something else, and that might not work for them. It's like I can't knock them of their definition of love. That's how they love. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not no one size fit all with love. Everybody see love in different shades. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for you. Everything that I told you, do you disagree with that, or do you
No,
find that?
I don't disagree. I see love in a lot of those ways.
I mean, like, no, like those exact words. I'm saying, do you find like those
Of
things that I
course,
said about, do they
of
fall
course,
under
I feel
your
like
standard of love?
I feel like all of those things are excellent attributes that come with love. But you can, everybody can say that that's what they believe in. Everybody can say that that's what it is. But how many people really standing on that though? How many people can we say if that was really the case? Why is all these people that saying that they believe in that, the separated, divorce, cheating, adultery, everything? So it's like anybody can portray whatever, but you really have to get to know the person and really see that that's really that type of person before you jump into a space with them.
But you just said it. You said there's people that believe in it, but do they stand on it? Those are two different things. When I'm standing on it, that means I'm practicing it. So it's one thing for me to believe love is kind, but when I'm standing on it, that means I am being kind. I
But
am
you
being the
just talking about
representation.
you. We talking about two though.
Well, yeah, no, I was just speaking to your responses, like how many
Yeah,
people. I'm just saying a lot of people out here, they will tell you that they believe these things that the Bible represents, but
right.
they're not standing on it. They're not
Exactly.
actually practicing it. And that's not necessarily, that's on them. Like if you're not trying to follow that blueprint, that's your failure. And I'm not saying that if you don't follow the Bible that you will never experience love. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, from my personal spiritual belief, like this is written in here as the roadmap for us as people. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, what I've seen in my lifetime is like people that are not just, if you believe in it and stand on it, it'll work for you. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal experience. So
All right.
not trying to go take
Hey
nobody to
Chris.
church.
Hey Chris, on this last segment, we give like before we get out of here, you can give any type of advice or make any type of statement you want. All right. So I'm gonna let
I
you
think
go.
I just did
Hold on, I'm
it.
gonna let,
So I mean,
hold on,
but
hold on,
hey,
wait a
I
minute.
do want to
I'm gonna
say,
let hold on, wait a minute, Chris. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna give you your time, but I gotta play this video.
okay.
This is Justin. We have a breaking news you don't want to miss. Coming up next, UnCensor, the Conversation podcast presents Speak Your Truth. In this powerful segment, our dynamic panel consisting of G Souldier, Ms. Busy Boss, Tara Michelle, Tone Bone, Ricky, and Gateway Louie takes center stage as each one of them will speak their truth, sharing stories from the news that moved them, discussing hot topics that demand attention, or offering uplifting motivational messages to inspire us all. Get ready for raw, unfiltered perspectives and heartfelt moments. Back to you, Lacey.
That is cold. I love that. I ain't seen that before. That's hard. I like that.
I do this
That's
too.
hard body. That's
All right,
nice.
but I'm gonna let Stacy go first. Let the people know where they can find you at after you get your truth.
Okay, you guys. Actually, you can find me Monday nights, of course, on UnCensor with the conversation. Also, y'all, I'm so excited. I'm with what's the word? Radio Vision as Miss Busy Boss. It's a radio station, so you can find me also there. So I'll send you guys the link or look on my page, find the link so you can tune in. But I just want to say this. I don't have anything written and written down or in stone, but I just want to say this to you guys. Never let someone's negative opinion of about you be your reality. When you get up in the morning, first thing you should do is pray. Then look in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself. Even throughout the day when you're drinking your water or whatever, drink that water and say, hey, water, purify my body, my mind, my spirit, my
Amen.
soul, and just bring love and positivity to yourself, and you should have a wonderful, beautiful day. And start doing that every day to bring good vibes into your life. That part. Miss Busy Boss.
All right, Louis, go ahead and speak your truth, and then let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up?
What it do? What it do? It's your boy Gateway Louis, man. And I'm the real gangster love. So, I'm going to give it to you in a raw. I'm going to keep it unfiltered. It's two things that you got to have when you're talking about love. You got to have compatibility and you got to have transparency. Everybody is different. Everybody been raised different. Everybody got different beliefs. Everybody have just different way of thinking, different perspectives, and you got to find somebody that match where you at in this season of your life, and somebody that you could possibly build and grow with. And transparency, you have to be able to look at things from both perspectives and not just one perspective. And that way you can be at better service for that person, and that person can be at better service with you. And with that, man, me and Stacy, and we got some hitters on What's the Word Radio Vision. We finna get this cracking, man, St. Louis radio show, man, Gateway Louis and all of the cast, man. We finna turn up for the city. So tune in. We gonna give y'all all the links and subscriptions for y'all to be able to tap in and see what's cracking in St. Louis. And with that, I pass it back to Lacey G.
All right, Chris, speak your truth and let them know where they can find you, and if you got anything coming up.
Oh man, well, I just want to say shout out to all of y'all. Thank you, Lacey. This is so humbug. So this is so random, but I'm humbled, man. Thank you to everybody, Stacy and Louie and Tara and everybody else. Thank you for your perspectives and things like that. So I'm just happy to be here. Man, just you know what? Every day you wake up is a blessing, and wherever you're at, whenever you're doing, it's never too late to change. And so, and I'm gonna always give glory and praise to God and thank you, Jesus. And yeah, I'm gonna just do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but y'all can find me on here, Chris Phillips, Maverick Media Group, on Instagram, and Maverick Media One on Twitter. And if you want to check out the work my company does from a creative standpoint, maverickmediagroup.net. So, but thank you all, man. I'm humbled to be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Make my little cameo. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be checking y'all out for sure.
Hold on. Okay, my front screen had froze. All right, man. Y'all already know with me, man. Listen, I'ma always preach this. I always preach it every week. Protect your peace, man. Don't let nobody stress your brain. Be in a positive mode. So if anybody stresses your brain, remove that negative energy from your life. meditate, do everything you need to do to protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of y'all, everybody young, y'all don't need to have brain aneurysms, none of that. And when you protect your peace, when you be in a peaceful mind state, it helps your mind think. So whatever you're trying to do in life, you can focus on it, be creative, or if you got a business, do anything. So always protect your peace. All right, man. So listen, that is the hold on. Let me see. We got a comment. Mickey just was like, great news. All right. But all right, man. That is the end of our show today. We will see y'all next week, same bad time, same bad channel. Good night, everybody.